a certain time frame. All right, that's what I think, at least. That's how I've done things, and that's what I'm telling you to do. It's my advice to you. And then the final thing to write down, 3 to 5 creators you want to emulate. Not necessarily that you like, because maybe you like Shroud, but you don't frag like Shroud frags. So, write someone that you like that you think you could emulate. Here's mine. I've done this. I know I'm being a bit corny, but this really happened. I did this in 2018. I wrote down all my goals. I didn't actually just do it for stream. I did it at New Year's. I did it for many different things in life, but these are my stream ones. I wanted to hit 2,000 subs, 100,000 followers, 1 million unique viewers. I wanted to be punctual, and I wanted to go full time. And I went 4 for 5. 4 for 5. That is pretty good. 4 for 5. We'll take 80%. That's a B minus. That's a 3.0. Almost 2.667. Still pretty close. Still pretty close. At the end of the day, I was able to set goals and then hit them. I hit these goals by the end of 2018. And then I was able...
Are you looking for badges for your stream? Owned is the largest online shop for...
able to keep going. Part of the reason you do this is because, hey, it's very obvious that streaming's not for everyone. It's also obvious that it's better to take a shot on something than to never try it and regret that. But how do you know how long to do it or what to do? Well, this does that all for you. If you write down your goals and you set a time frame to hit the goals in, then at the end of the period, right, at the end of next year, 2022, you can reflect. You can be like, hey, I went 0 for 5. My goal was to hit 100 average viewers, and I'm at 15. Maybe I am not cut out for being a big streamer. And that's an honest conversation you can have with yourself, but only if you do the work now to set goals, to set a time frame, to understand it, rather than just kind of 9 to 5 grind. I just go live. I'm just doing my thing. I've been doing this since 2018. That's all shit. All right? At least set yourself. I am not cut out for being a big streamer. And that's an honest conversation you can have with yourself, but only if you do the work now to set goals, to set a time frame, to understand it, rather than just kind of 9 to 5 grind. I just go live. I'm just doing my thing. I've been doing this since 2018. That's all shit. All right? At least set yourself some sort of time frame so you have some sort of growth progression that you can accurately and objectively look back on. I've also put the 5 streamers that I liked and thought I could emulate. CD in the third, I think he was one of the best streamers, still is, in terms of integrating music. If you've ever thought, like, damn, Ludwig uses music well on stream, that's because CD in the third. Nick Merckx, he's great with his community, and he added stakes to every single Fortnite game. He taught me a bit about stakes, he taught me a lot about community. Soda, I've always thought was like the GOAT streamer. I thought he was like the best streamer. I know nowadays he just does whatever the fuck he wants, but I thought through and through, in terms of like, if you were to look at any streamer, I still think Soda Poppin' probably the GOAT. Clint, I thought his YouTube was some of the best shit. He was able to turn just
you want more?
into really good YouTube videos.
No.
And he was very personable, but you know, obviously I can't emulate Clint to a T. He has this ability that every single fucking human on earth just loves Clint Stevens no matter what. I don't have that. You can think I have that. I promise you I don't have that. And then finally Mango, man who has maybe 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers.
Well, I got the best ones I could.
If you sub to him, unsub, and then resub 3 months later, this is true, Mango will remember.
Those were the softest ones of all the ones that I touched. And I was like, I'm not going to touch all of these. I felt weird. You know, I was like, yeah. I was just like, I'm not... I guess that's fair, but you know.
That's my 5.
He's just hanging out with me. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna turn in.
If you didn't write anything down but you want to be a streamer, this is the #1 best thing you can do. The absolute only lesson to take away from today if you want to bake it on Twitch.
You're on your third night.
I haven't napped at all today. I can go to sleep.
You stayed up late last night and the night before.
Quit.
So we stay up late tonight.
On Twitch.
You're not getting any sleep. And rest. Until you break the cycle. It only takes 3 nights.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay up late.
Alright.
Love you.
Quit. take away from best thing you can do. The absolute only lesson to take away from today if you want to bake it big on Twitch. Quit.
Yeah. He's so stupid.
Fucking quit right now. That is my advice to you. Yeah. If you didn't even take the 1 to 2 minutes to write something down from a man who is a top 100 streamer who knows a thing or two, then I promise you, you will not make it through 0, 1 viewer streams for 5-6 hours at a time. It's gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate it. It's not gonna be fun, and you're not gonna achieve your goals if you didn't even write them down.
Didn't know I was asked to.
Advice to you to take away from today if you want to be included, but that's besides the point. That's my 5. Subs. If you, I don't have that. You can think I have that. I promise you, I don't have that. And then finally, Mango, and he added in terms of integrating music. CD in the look back on. I've also put the 5 streamers that I liked and thought I could emulate. CD in the third, I think he was one of the best streamers, still is, in terms of integrating music. If you've ever thought, like, damn, Ludwig uses music well on stream, that's because CD in the third. Nick Merckx, he's great with his community, and he added stakes to every single Fortnite game. He taught me a bit about stakes, he taught me a lot about community. Soda, I've always thought was like the GOAT streamer. I thought he was like the best streamer. I know nowadays he just does whatever the fuck he wants, but I thought through and through, in terms of like, if you were to look at any streamer, I still think Soda Poppin' probably the GOAT. Clint, I thought his YouTube was some of the best shit. He was able to turn just random streams into really good YouTube videos, and he was very personable. But, you know, obviously I can't emulate Clint to a T. He has this ability that every single fucking human on earth just loves Clint Stevens no matter what. I don't have that. You can think I have that. I promise you I don't have that. And then finally, Mango, a man who has maybe 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers, but 10,000 subs. If you sub to him, unsub, and then resub 3 months later, this is true, Mango will remember, and he'll call it out. He'll be like, oh, Pirate Oliver, hey, you're a resub, aren't you? You used to sub like 3 months ago. And so his ability to remember made people, and he has this superpower, I truly believe, to make people feel so included, which sometimes involves making people feel very excluded so that everyone else feels included. But that's besides the point. That's my 5. Write anything down, but you want to be a streamer, this is the #1 best thing you can do. The absolute only lesson to take away from today if you want to make it big on Twitch. Quit. Fucking quit right now. That is my advice to you. Yeah. If you didn't even take the 1 to 2 minutes to write something down from a man who is a top 100 streamer who will not make it through 0 1-viewer streams for 5-6 hours at a time. It's gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate it. It's not gonna be fun, and you're not gonna achieve your goals if you didn't even write them down in the first place. And this is not trying to be mean, but let's just take a guess. Chat, I want you to guess right now. Tell me the number of people who streamed last month. 50,000, sure. 650,000, wow. 5 million, okay, sure. Big range, it is 6.9 million. 6.9 million unique streamers every month. Streaming is not as it was in 2013. It is very well known, it is very mainstream, and it is very competitive. If you wanted to become the best employee at Walmart, the largest company in the world in terms of numbers of employees, you'd have to beat out 2.2 million people. That's just the number. That's just the facts. You'd have to be better bagger. You'd have to be a better stalker. You'd have to be better at counting than 2.2 million Walmart employees. Then you'd be the best in the world. It is 3 times harder to do that on Twitch. And look, I know that some of these streams might only do it once and whatever, but at least you can try to gauge the numbers. Just for even more reference, there are 45,400 partners. Those are people who I would say have made it. And made it is loose because to be a partner, to apply, you only need 75 average viewers, which, you know, it's a good amount. And there's weird things that they do that they accept and don't accept. But at the end of the day, 0.66% of people make it here on Twitch. And so I had 20,000 people like my tweet on Twitter. And so mathematically, about 120, 150 people will make it. The other 21,000 XXX, peace, GG. It's just a fact. It is just a numbers game. And look, don't let that be too daunting to you, because there are some pros. First of all, you make your own hours when you stream, and that's a good thing. That's really high. You're your own boss. This, just for some reference, is how many hours I work. It's not insane. It's not as many as someone who's like a doctor or whatever, but I streamed this many hours, November, December, January, past 3 months. And I spend about 25 hours a month on YouTube. That's one, making thumbnails and titles, but mostly actually just looking at what works and trying to re-emulate that success. And then like 20 hours on business, whether it's like calls for sponsors, or like when I do a stream on chess.com, or whatever it is. I spend, I would say, roughly 200 plus hours a month. And then there's also the aspect that I'm always on. You know what I mean? Like, I have to have my phone and my Twitter notifications ready in case something big happens. Whether Corpse tweeted at me or they need an Among Us player. You know what I mean? Like, I just have to be available. I can never necessarily be off. But I'm about 200 plus hours a month. You don't have to be available. Sure, I don't necessarily have to, but I would lose out on growth if I'm not. And I think that part of the reason that I'm successful is because I am available. And you'll see people like Carl Jacobs, who's blown up. Doesn't matter if you like him or hate him. Carl Jacobs is blown up on Twitter and Twitch and every platform. And Carl has post notifications for every big YouTube.
Yeah. Yellow. What? Yeah. That's cute. That's cute. You're adorable.
So if they tweet, he sees it, he replies. People see him in the replies all the time. You'll see Carl on your timeline. I guarantee it. And it's because Carl is never off. He's always on. Yeah, maybe that's only an hour of Carl's day that he's on Twitter, but it's also an hour, 5 minutes from 9 till 9. You know what I mean? This is something to keep in mind. But you can make a lot of money. And this is how much streamers make. This is rough. I don't think we're allowed to say specific numbers. It goes against a contract. But roughly, if you average 100 viewers, I think you can expect to make about $1,500 on stream. Honestly, if you're a smaller streamer, the amount of money you will make will be higher because people like supporting smaller streamers, so you'll have more whales. It's kind of like a bell curve where people really like giving money to smaller streamers, and then middling streamers like 1,000 to 5,000, not so much, and then big streamers, they go back to being whales and stuff. But this is per month. This is monthly. I would say you make about 2,000 a month if you average 100 viewers. If you ever average 1,000, then you start making pretty good money. Honestly, I put negative here. I think you'd be losing money on YouTube at this point. You probably wouldn't be getting enough views, and then you're paying your editor. Please pay your editors, by the way. Okay? I don't care how much you love Bernie Sanders. You gotta pay him. No offense. So you gotta pay your editors. You're probably losing money on YouTube. We'll get into that in a bit. You should still be doing YouTube. If you start getting to like 1,000 viewers, then you start making pretty good money. And bear in mind, this is before tax, and you tax a little bit more than a normal job as a contractor. But regardless, you still make pretty good money, and you have the upside to make a lot of money. Now, this 10,000 viewer number is obviously varies wildly, but I even looked at a streamer like Tens. That's actually where I pulled this. Tens, he has like 5,000 subs. He has a contract with an esports org. He has a thriving YouTube channel. Like, he is making a lot of money. There's definitely the ability to be a million.
Hi, content creators. Go to artlist.io and get the best music and sound effects for your videos with a
in air if you make it to the top. I will say though, and this is important, let me switch over for just a moment. If you're wondering, because we talked about making it is 0.66%, let's just talk about making to that 10,000 viewer mark. You might be thinking and seeing millions in the eyes, which is great. I mean, sure, dream big, think big, whatever. But let's talk about Stans. I do a lot of streams of Stans. Stans averaged 400 viewers this past month. Stans has about 700 subs. Stans is the top 0.06% of Twitch. Think about that. You don't think of Stans as a big streamer, but in reality, he is top 5,000 of 6.9 million. This is truly impressive if you get here. Truly, and I mean that. That is a big deal, and it is very hard to do, but this is more realistically your upside when you start streaming rather than a channel like mine or a channel like XQC's. I know I told you to write down your goals and dream big, but also just understand the math and the numbers. Stans is a top 0.06%. He's the top like 10% of the top 0.6%, and that's all the partners. So that's just something to keep in mind. He's the top 10% of all partner streamers, and that is a realistic goal to have. You should at this point have found out whether if you wrote things down, you are even cut out for step 2 or not. But if you did write things down and you did actually do what I told you to do, anyone can take advice from the second part. How do you stream? You already figured out that you do want to be a streamer, why you want to be a streamer, what your goals are as a streamer. How do you do it? How do you stream? Well, this is my one advice, my biggest advice. Streams are recordings. That's what it is in 2021. That is the best way you can think about a Twitch stream. Why? Well, let's think about a YouTube video. YouTube videos have some pros that normal streams, conventional streams don't. YouTube videos have built-in growth mechanics, all right? The algorithm. A YouTube video can pop off. A stream can't really pop off, you know? Like, you can go live and I, tomorrow, can buy a first edition booster box from Pokemon that cost me 400,000, and I can go live on a brand new channel, and no one will see it. Literally no one. Because there's no way for you to know that that is happening, and nobody is digging through the 5,000 zero viewer Andes, 1 viewer Andes on the just chatting section. So that's why Twitch fails in that aspect. YouTube doesn't. Also, YouTube is permanent. You upload a VOD on YouTube, the video stays there. Twitch, it's live, and then the VODs are up for 60 days, and then they get deleted. And let's be real, even if they didn't get deleted, nobody goes through to find VODs. Not really, it doesn't really happen. It's just a fact that VODs are absolutely terrible on Twitch, and I don't see that changing. And so the permanence of a YouTube video means that even if it doesn't do well in the first month, maybe a month or 2 from now, you'll be able to look back and be like, oh, this video actually did well. You can't really do that with streams. For example, I did a stream the other day. I did the higher lower stream, and it did okay. I had an okay number of viewers on Twitch. I had like 22K. But it didn't do that great. But my YouTube video has, right now, 560,000 views, which is 100,000 above average. The fact that it's permanent on YouTube lets me see that. If I only had Twitch, I would be like, oh, if I play higher or lower on stream, it's only okay content. No, it's better than okay. It's just that people didn't know what was happening or weren't live to watch or busy, whatever. It's harder to get viewers on Twitch in the moment, and it's bad to gauge success off of your live viewer count when it can be influenced by so many variables and be so Dogecoin-esque, if I can. Next, structured format is better content. This is general advice, but generally, YouTube videos are structured. I think we kind of know that. We know how a YouTube video generally goes. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back here with another, you know the vibe. Twitch streams don't have structure inherently built in, which usually makes them a bit worse. Structure just allows you to have a very concise beginning, middle, end. And a very concise beginning, middle, end is usually better than just a hodgepodge of whatever the hell you're doing while live. And then finally, every YouTube video is a lottery ticket. Like I said earlier, if you upload a YouTube video, it has a chance to pop up. It really does. If you go live, you're never really gonna have that chance to blow up off of a stream. The only people I can think of that blew up off of a stream either were like collabing with somebody really big or came from a platform with a lot of viewers. Nobody just blew up out of nowhere overnight on Twitch. YouTube can happen overnight. I mean, literally overnight, you can blow up. And you've seen that time and time again. Dream literally was like a 10K Andy on YouTube at the start of 2020. He's doing pretty well. That would not happen if he only streamed. Admittedly, this whole thing was about how to stream, and we've only talked about YouTube videos. That's because it's time to start formatting your streams around your YouTube videos. So you have to stream for YouTube. Now, when I go live, I'll have segments, and that's how I think of it. I'll have segments for YouTube, and I'll stream those segments, and then I'll have like filler time in between, and then I'll have some things that aren't for YouTube. And that's fine, but you need to have some segments. Very roughly, they work like this. They'll have a an introduction to the idea, to what the segment is while you're streaming. I'm gonna give you an example of a YouTuber doing this because I think that this is probably the single best YouTuber, and they get a credit for a lot of other things, but they don't get a lot of credit for this at introductions. And that's of course Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I think, is the best YouTuber at doing introductions. And even though we're talking about streaming,
History does not remember blood.
I take away, and you also can take away, how to do these intros on Twitch. Let's just take a look at this.
In this video, we are going to be eating $100,000 golden ice cream,
I'm blown away. This is so good.
$5,000 mac and cheese,
This mac and cheese is magnificent.
$30,000 banana foster,
Ooh, that's incredible.
and so much more, starting off with $100 ice cream and working our way up.
That was 19 seconds top to bottom, and what did the introduction do? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. It introduced the idea, the concept, what they're doing in the stream, all right? So explained it if you're going to be watching what's happening. 2, it introduced stakes. Stakes are an integral idea into every stream. You need stakes in whatever you do. It just makes it better. Stakes can be very small. It doesn't have to be the amount of money. That's the stakes for this one, all right? So the idea is we're going to be eating expensive foods. The stakes are that every food will increase in price. And then it also says how this will end. How does this whole journey come to a close? Well, it comes to a close when we eat $100,000 ice cream. That is how it closes. So then the video, you can expect that they'll start eating foods, the stakes increase, all right, there's more and more and more and more expensive things. It ends when they eat that ice cream. That's the entire thing. You can do the same thing on Twitch, and we do it all the time here on this channel. For example, we just did unbanned forms speedruns. Okay, introduce the idea. You're doing unbanned forms, but we're speedrunning it. Okay, that's the concept. What are the stakes? Well, the stakes are we want a good time. We want to try to get world record. This costs no money, but those are the stakes, trying to get a good time. When do we get to the conclusion? When we beat the time and get the world record. Very simple, all right? And the meat and potatoes are me just doing the runs. Introduction says everything that's gonna happen. Conclusion is when I finally got the world record. Very easy, very straightforward. You don't necessarily need money, but you can create streams in segments that have all 3 of these aspects. And when you stream for YouTube, the beautiful thing about it is your stream is better, but also you get a YouTube video that is very easy to edit. You can just edit down because everything's built in, and you get to trim out all the fat until you have just this beautiful lean YouTube video that is the 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, of gold of the 30-minute hour recording. So it's just a win-win-win. There's no losing here. And don't get me wrong, it is still fine to go live and do regular streams. I actually had a problem when I first started streaming where I would only do segments. I was like, if it's not a segment, it does worse on viewership. There's no point. I just need to do segments. Well, you can do both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to learn. And when I first started streaming where I would to go live and do regular streams. I actually had a problem when I first started streaming where I would only do segments. I was like, if it's not a segment, it does worse on viewership. There's no point. I just need to do segments. Well, you can do both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to... Everything's built in, and you get to trim out all the fat until you have just this beautiful lean YouTube video that is the 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, of gold of the 30-minute hour recording. So it's just a win-win-win. There's no losing here. And don't get me wrong, it is still fine to go live and do regular streams. I actually had a problem when I first started streaming where I would only do segments. I was like, if it's not a segment, it does worse on viewership. There's no point. I just need to do segments. Well, you can do both. And I've learned that. That's something I had to learn, and I had to deal with things like numbers going down and viewership being bad, and that's something that takes a bit of time. It's like a personal journey. You just have to one day get over it. There's nothing I can tell you. You just have to one day get over it. But I've learned that I can do segments, plan out segments, and then do like, just I'll call it filler content. Think of XQC streams. Most of his content.
Paramount Plus is a mountain of exclusive originals.
Let's show 'em what you got.
This is Captains, Chiefs,
Is like, it's not really formed around YouTube videos. It's mostly just filler content, and it's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad way to stream. It's kind of fun in a way because he's always like thing to thing to thing. There's no dead air. It's like chess, bang, done chess, react, bang, react, done react, bang,
Megalovania, how
Super
you
Mario
doing?
now, bang, done that, Valorant
Good to
time.
see you
And none
here.
of these are really gonna be like really phenomenal YouTube videos. He streams like old streamers used to stream. I just don't think that'll work for people anymore because it's not 2013. The competition's too fierce. Your stream's probably not going to get found. You're probably not better than the good gamers at games. Probably not funnier than the funniest people at being funny. And even if you are, you have to be not as funny as Moon Moon. You have to be funnier than Moon Moon to get found because people already know who Moon Moon is. So rather than stream like XQC streams, stream for YouTube. And you can do both, but just remember to include segments. Just promise me you will not do the grinding, hustling, 9 to 5, putting in my 8 hours. Because that is all bullshit and a waste of your fucking time. You are literally doing nothing. It is not just going live that matters. It doesn't. Next, this is just one quick example. Which is a better video? Example of 2 streams. Now, no shots. Blastoise actually had more viewers here. This is Blastoise's stream, ranked Valorant with friends. And then Stan's is ranking favorite avatar clips. Okay, which one probably transfers to a YouTube video better? Now we can ignore factors like copyright for now, just for this example. I just screenshotted 2 random streams I saw yesterday when I was making this slideshow. I think you guys would probably agree that Stan's makes a very natural YouTube video. Blastoise's is just kind of like a Valorant highlight for a guy who is okay at Valorant. And it's a great stream, maybe he's having fun, but this will not help you grow. We can admit that. He probably won't grow unless he suddenly becomes radiant or has a lot of knowledge or is a really funny player in Valorant that is missing. Realistically, Stan's stream will have a video that will help him grow a little more. It's also important to form ideas, and this is an interesting concept, form ideas around titles. So if you have the title of what you're gonna do, you can form the idea around it. And that's kind of like all of Small Ant's channel. So I think Small Ant is a really excellent streamer and YouTuber. But let's just take a look at his YouTube channel for a moment. All of these are just really interesting and engaging titles. I turn the floor in Mario Odyssey to lava. Pokemon Ruby, but all opponents have Wonder Guard. A Breath of the Wild YouTuber thought he was better than me. Can you beat Eventide Island without touching the ground? If you formed a concept, a stream around just a title, you write your clickbait for you, you write your title for you, and the content will be very natural. It's a lot of work. He works really hard to beat all this, but it's a good way to do it. So for example, if I want to beat Pogo Stuck Upside Down, I'm working with the title, I beat Pogo Stuck, but it was upside down. That's my title. That's what I'm working with, and then the content will write itself. So Small Ant, great example of that. Great example of having titles, both in streams, because he streams all of this, by the way. He streams all of this that translate to good YouTube videos. All right, let's go next. The 3 ways to grow, okay? 3 ways to grow. We've talked a bit about the middle one. We're gonna go on it a little more, but let's start with collabs. Collaboration is probably one of the best ways to grow. I am not dumb. I am not oblivious to the fact that I have used Corpse, Technoblade, Sykkuno, Pokimane, you name it, and it's helped me grow. I mean, that's just a fact. If you collaborate with people, it helps you grow. And it needs to be in somewhat of in an authentic way. Obviously, if the content is worse when you work with someone, then it won't really go well together. But collabs just help. They really help. It's a thing. You can think as on the nose as when XJaws brought on Syndicate to his YouTube channel, and then Syndicate blew up into a larger YouTuber than XJaws. That's something that happened a few years ago. Or you can think of it as minute as an Among Us game where Yeti makes a brilliant play, and everyone's like, who's this Yeti Apocalypse guy? Like, yes, you also have to be good. You also have to have a good bedrock of content. It's not as easy as just streaming with someone. Because I promise you, I've streamed with a bunch of people in Among Us who have 15 viewers when we started and have 15 viewers now. But if you have some sort of skill, some bedrock of content that people can absorb the moment they see you and you're exposed, then you're gonna do well. Does that make sense? You need to have something there ready. So let's think of the Mr. Beast Challenge 1 video. Mr. Beast did a challenge. He shouted out the channel of a winner. The idea was get this person 1 million subscribers. And it was a contest where you get the winner of the contest 1 million subs. And the guy who won was Zealous. Zealous is at 2 million subs. And the only reason he's there is because he had content that, one, was quite similar to Mr. Beast's, already there as a bedrock. If Mr. Beast shouted out a channel that had never posted a video, they're not gonna go anywhere. And look no further than every time a big streamer hosts a 20 viewer Andy. You host a 20 viewer Andy, they're not ready for it, they don't have the content for it. You look back a month later, still a 20 viewer Andy. I remember so vividly Shroud saying that Twitch is a lottery, rating or hosting some random guy playing some, like, it was like Dead Cell or something, I forget exactly the game. And I looked back like 2 weeks later, see that guy's channel? Same number of viewers as before the Shroud raid. His content wasn't ready. It literally just wasn't ready. So collabs are good, but you need to have a bedrock of content to make them work. And they don't have to be with insanely large streamers. You can have a whole that's better than the sum of its parts when you work with other people, and that's totally fine as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily huge streamers. Also, one more note on collabs, please don't be lazy about it. I get an email every day about someone saying, hey, can we do an interview? I have an interview where I interview big streamers. It does.
This is a message to all streamers. Go to artlist.io and get the best music for your stream.
And maybe I'm wrong, feel like these people are all huge Larry King fans who love the art of the interview. It just feels like the easiest, most thoughtless way to interact with a large streamer so that you get some growth from it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is the vibe that I get. And when you send an email out for that, that's all you do, it's lazy, it's not gonna work. I promise you it's not gonna do that much for you. The people who have really succeeded in collabs with larger streamers have done things, and bear in mind all streamers are lazy, that the streamers really like, enjoy, and it's so, I promise you, painlessly free to interact with streamers. And just look no further than the Dr. Disrespect Alleyway song. That was made by a man called J+1. And you might be asking, well, who's that guy? Well, this is the guy who took a random clip of Doc singing while playing Warzone, I believe, called Give 'Em Love, and then made it into a fire song. Put it on Doc's subreddit. I think he actually might have donated. And then all of a sudden, Doc loves it. And when Doc wants a song, he's like, well, I'm hitting up J+1. Same thing's happened to me with ex-girlfriend, with my editor Polite, with people who I played Among Us with. Think Otto. I mean, Otto, that motherfucker leached his way in, but he had something to offer of value. He actually was a godlike programmer who could make things that were valuable. I used Otto. I needed Otto for content. Otto's great. And now he has like 500 plus viewers. That's great. He didn't send me an email saying, hey, Ludwig, I make programs. He made a program for me and put it on my subreddit. So make something. Put it on the subreddit. Donate with a link, whatever it is. There's 1,000 examples of this working. It can work again. That's how you collab with someone big, or you can just collab with someone smaller and more your size, and that is also easier as well. Does that make sense? Next, outside traction. Look, I think conventionally everyone knows, like, hey, you gotta be posting on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter. And that's great. And that is true. That is all true. Twitch does not have really good growth mechanisms. These other sites do. You can bring viewers from those sites over to Twitch to stream or wherever you want to stream. It can also mean getting outside traction from a community. You don't just have to post to the void of YouTube and hope that some people find it. I was a part of the Super Smash Bros. Melee community in a very genuine way. It's my favorite game of all time. I made a lot of friends from it, and I made content for it. And it is a lot easier, I promise you, to get noticed in a community that small when I post on their subreddit a YouTube video I made and get traction that way, than to just post on the YouTubes. That is a lot harder. I promise you that is a lot harder. So if you have a community you're in, it does have to be authentic, right? You can't, people are smart. Like, people are smart. People can tell very quickly when you're inauthentic or like clout chasing, and they'll call you out for it, and it'll be a mess. It won't be worth the time. But if you're in a community in an authentic way, you can make content for it. You can grow within that community, and then after doing that, expand that to something else. Variety streaming, whatever it is. You know what I mean? A lot of people you like blew up parts of smaller communities. Moon's name is Moon Overwatch, XQC Overwatch. Without that Overwatch community, they don't make it to where they are today, right? They needed that community as a foothold. Me, with Smash. Minecraft speedrunning. Sure, it's a larger community, but still, without that speedrunning community, I don't know if Dream makes it where he makes it today. He didn't know how to be that good at the game. Maybe he doesn't. I don't think he does. So you just have to think of it as outside traction, not just being posting on these outside sites, but trying to find smaller communities or being part of them in authentic ways, offering value, making videos, being a part of it, and growing within there, and then maybe you can grow on, let's just call it mainstream. And finally, the last way to grow are big events, okay? Big events. If you do something big, if you hype it up enough, if you open a first edition base set box, you let people know, I mean, obviously you have to do some marketing, it'll blow up. Maybe not on the stream, but on YouTube it will. If you post a YouTube video of you opening a first edition box of Pokemon cards for $400,000 and then burn the cards after, if that's your YouTube video, which is fair enough, your money, it will blow up. It will. That's just a fact. Really good content comes above all else. And I think Mr. Beast is a big believer in that. And it's true. And you can think of every video he does as a big event. And the same thing can happen on stream. It just requires a little bit more marketing, and maybe this is something more valuable for someone with like 50, 100 viewers. You can hype things up. But I've done a bunch of big events. You know, Pokemon Week, we hyped that up for a while, long time. I set all of that up. I reached out to all the streamers. I hooked them up with all the boxes. I set up the days for it. I made the marketing. I made the YouTube videos for it. And I hit 100,000 viewers on Twitch. I have never been close to that milestone before then. My most was like 60,000 with the host, 40,000 without. And I over doubled it because I did a big event. Big events will help you grow. I know you got to focus on the day-to-day, but you can't get lost in the day-to-day and not do these large events. You got to spice things up. You got to make sure that you're always innovating, trying to do big things. So big events are important. Hosts and raids are fickle, and I don't want you to think of them as growth mechanisms because they rarely, if ever, are. And I think people overvalue them in a major, major way. So now we know how to grow. We know that you want to stream, why you want to stream, what your goals are for your stream, how to stream. Now we have to think of ideas that work for you. I'm giving you examples of my life of Mr. Beast of Small Land, but maybe those don't work for you. And a lot of ideas that we do won't work for you. It's just a fact that you will not likely, and maybe I'm wrong, have a relationship with Technoblade to stream with him. That is probably just the case.
My name's Marissa, and I got cool sculpting on my tummy and love handles. I grew...
You probably just won't be able to do that. You probably don't have $30,000 to spend on Pokemon cards or whatever big Mr. Beast cost thing he does. You probably don't. But you can spend that time thinking of ideas that do work for you. And I cannot tell you how many times I look at my DMs and I see someone who thinks of an idea that would work if they only had X money, X number of viewers, 5K viewers, if they were friends with me, if they were friends with Corpse, whatever. And that's fine. That's great. Wow, great idea. Hopefully you get there to do it. But you're not there. So why are you wasting your time thinking of videos, streams that you will never be able to do? That is a waste of time. That is fantasy. That is not strategy. Think of things that work for you. And there are things that exist. I made money by donating to streamers. This is one of my favorite YouTube videos. I thought of this idea where I would donate to streamers, have them go to a website where I made merch, and then see if I could get merch sales. I thought of this idea. I immediately went to record it. It took me 2 hours top to bottom. I finished it. It was edited. It was uploaded like a couple days later, and it has almost 1 million views on YouTube. It's one of my favorite videos. You know how much it cost me? $48. That is it. $48 in 2 hours. And it has almost 1 million views. Anybody could have done this video. It's $48, but that's less than the price of a video game. I'm sure that if you just saved up, if you're tight for money, you could have made it happen too. Or done it for even less if you really wanted. This video is one of my proudest videos. And I know it's not a stream necessarily, but this still does bring up the issue that you need to solve of thinking of ideas that you can do. Does that make sense? There's a lot of videos that you can do. So when you're thinking of your 3 to 5 streamers, all right, don't look at what you can't do from their discography. Look at what you can do. If you look at what you can't do, you're never going to be able to make content for yourself. You'll only be thinking of content for other people, which is a waste of time. It's a total waste of time. That's just as bad as me imagining what I would do if I was in the Super Bowl and I was in Tom Brady's shoes. I'd throw a Hail Mary. That's what I would do. Tom, you should do that. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm not going to be in the Super Bowl. Next. We've thought of ideas that work for you, how to do them, but what do you stream? This is a very basic question that people always ask. It's maybe the #1 question. What do you stream, Ludwig? Okay, good question. What do you stream? Sure. Okay, let's talk about it. I first and foremost think this question is probably talked about too much. Because as long as you are doing everything in the streams like recordings section, then what you stream isn't as important. You know what I mean? Because you can really make anything work. There is one thing that I've done that will always work. It's tried and true. This is the #1 thing you need to stream to make it big. The yoink and twist, baby. What everybody else is doing. That's right. Yes. Yes, you do not have to rewrite the entire playbook. We do not need a New Testament. We're good. Jesus got it down the first time. Yoink and twist. Look, I'm not saying to carbon copy, because people notice, people will make fun of you. You can't just do it one-to-one, because honestly, you won't do it as good most of the time anyway. You can yoink and twist. So I saw, here's one example, this video Soda Poppin did a few years ago. When Stream goes shopping for $1,000, you know what he would do in this video? It was a stream that he made a video. He would have people send him links, and he would click on them, and he would either buy them or not buy them. It was totally his decision. He was like, oh, this is funny, I'll buy it, or oh, this isn't funny, I'm not gonna buy it. That was it. And I was like, that's interesting. But what if I did that and I had chat vote? That might be kind of funnier if chat is the one who votes. That way I literally have no say. It adds a little bit more stakes, it gets chat a little bit more involved, and it allows for, like, I think a little bit cooler of an experience. Then I saw this Mr. Beast video. I gave my credit card to random people. And I thought, well, I'm doing this Amazon stream, but in reality what I'm doing is, since I'm letting them vote, I'm kind of just giving my credit card to stream. So I saw this thumbnail, I kind of made my own version for my content that was originally based off a video I saw Soda Poppin make. And so you add both of those together and you get, I gave my credit card to stream. And that's it. And that's it. And that's the total entire idea of how I came up with this video. And the video did pretty well for me. 557,000 views is well above average. That's a good amount of views for me. It certainly didn't beat the originals, which is why you can't be a carbon copy anyway, because you do cap yourself at a ceiling. So you have to pull from a lot of people. And this is fine to do. Like, maybe it feels scummy or bad, but I promise you that there is very little to no originality in streaming or use. Mizkif is swapping his unbanned forms with Maya today. Wow, that's a really good idea, Mizkif. I like it a lot. Let's just go ahead and take a look at a video I made a couple of days ago. Oh, I swapped streams with Cutie Cinderella. Oh, interesting. Oh, it was unbanned forms. Huh, interesting. That's fine. I don't have any claim over it, all right? But at the end of the day, if you are the first to it, you will probably be more successful. If they don't add their own twist, they are capped to what they pulled from. That's just how it works. You have to add your own twist. Point quote, if there's anything really new to it, but he's capped. Because my video got 1.6 mil. He's half of that. He probably will not beat the number of views I got. He needs to add a twist unless he wants to be stuck at that ceiling. You gotta add your twist. You laugh, you lose. I've done a lot of you laugh, you loses. That's not new. I have a ceiling of other people who've done you laugh, you loses. You laugh, but the video ends. There's the twist. That video has over 1 million views. I was the first person I know of to do that. Now, it's been yoinked several times, and actually, I've stopped doing it, and it's been yoinked so much that it's not even considered my idea anymore. But regardless, the point is, you need to yoink, but you need to twist. This is why we brought up the 3 to 5 creators. Who did you write down? Look right now who you wrote down. Who are the 3 to 5 that you want to emulate? Those are the people, first and foremost, that you're going to want to look from. You want to see what they've done that maybe you could yoink. Could you yoink and twist this? Is that possible to do? Who'd you write down? Think about it. It's fine. You don't have to come up with it all right now. But it's a good base to start. Because at the end of the day, very simply, this is how streaming and, more importantly, YouTube work. You do things. Throw shit at a wall. One day, shit hits, sticks, stays. And you have to keep doing that thing. You have to keep pumping out that shit while also having R&D for new shit to be thrown and eventually stick as well. And you can think of every creator you like. They've all gone through this same formula. Do you like Dream? Okay, Minecraft Manhunt. He one day decided to do it, threw shit at a wall, it stuck. Now, he always does Minecraft Manhunts. He keeps doing them. He also has to throw in new things, because maybe Minecraft Manhunt will one day get old, and so you need to make sure that you're doing new things. That way your viewership continues to grow. But The main idea is when you do something that works, you keep doing it, all right? Which brings me to a quote. This is the most important quote and the most helpful quote I have ever come across for streaming or YouTube. I think about it almost every day. At a certain point, growth becomes more about consistency than creativity. That's from Reckful. Now, I'm not trying to farm Sages, but this genuinely has been one of the most helpful things anyone's ever said, and it is so true. When you do something that works, you keep doing it. You don't have to come up with new ideas. That's exhausting, it's tiring, it'll take too much time, it won't be worth the effort. It's not as much of a creative endeavor as, poetry. Yeah, you do express some creativity, but if you want to make it big, it is not just about that. Summoning Salt, all of his videos, he one day decided to do a history of speedruns, popped off. Now that's all he does. Maybe one day he was like, oh, I'm gonna make many different YouTube videos. No, that's not what he does anymore. He does what works. And sometimes it can be a little scary because you might pigeonhole yourself into only the one thing that's worked. So you do need to have a balance. You need to make sure that even though you're doing the same old things, you're also doing new things. I think sometimes I actually don't do enough recycling content, as much of a meme as it is. I don't think I've done enough You Laugh, You Loses. I don't think I played enough Among Us at the start, to be totally honest with you. I think that I didn't do it enough. I was like, I want to do new things. And I could have grown a little bit more had I decided to either stick with Among Us early on or stick with You Laugh, You Loses. Instead, I was like, no, I'm going to do new endeavors. And that probably made me grow a little slower. So I have to think about that. I have to think about that all the time. You got to think about that as well. And every creator you look through the YouTube channel, they've probably done something that you really like a lot of times in the past and will do a lot of times again in the future. Because viewers only like what they know. How is a viewer supposed to like something you haven't done yet? If anything, they're apprehensive to it. They'll probably want you to do the thing that they liked because they know that they like that, rather than you bringing new thing to them and then being like, well, I don't know if I like this thing and I like this thing, so let's just make sure we do this thing. AKA my chat spamming for me to play Monkey Ball. That is the same scenario. Maybe I can play Monkey Ball. Maybe I can cop another 500K on YouTube. That is consistency over creativity. And there are lines where you have to draw in the sand where you're like, I don't want to keep doing this. I'm tired of this. And that's fine, but just keep this quote in mind. And that brings us to our final slide. If you want to make it big on Twitch, you want to be a bigger streamer than me, you're just starting out, you simply have to be better. You have to be a better streamer than I am. You cannot even be as good as me. That will not be enough. Unfortunately, the rich get richer. The big channels get more viewers. I'm at the top of all categories I stream on. My YouTube videos get recommended more than you. So whatever you're doing, it cannot just be what I'm doing. You need to do it better than me if you hope to get bigger than me. That's the plain, simple truth. And it's not easy advice, and it's very hard to do, and it'll take years, but it is the actual fact of the matter. There's no growth mechanism for small streamers that will let you leapfrog me in views. So you gotta do it the good old-fashioned way by just simply being a better streamer. If you use all these tips, you'll get close. You won't get past me because you'll be operating on the knowledge that I have. So you'll need to pull knowledge from other places. I'm not the end-all informant on how to get big on Twitch. I'm just a guy who happened to pop off and has some things he learned along the way. There are other resources you can use. If you want the nitty-gritty details, I'm not the guy for it. It's things like, what mic do I use? When do I stream? What camera do I use? Do I use a camera? Well, just go to Alpha Gaming on YouTube. That's the one place I've seen. I've read it as a small streamer. I've read it as a big streamer. I've watched it. Harris Heller knows his shit. He literally does. If you ever want to know the specifics of weird streaming stuff, that's your guy. I'm not the best guy for that. No big streamer is, because it's pretty basic info and probably the most given advice for people. And I think in part also the least valuable. It's important, don't get me wrong, your stream setup, but it's not like what defines you. For every nice stream setup, there is an example of someone with no mic using a Blue Yeti or worse. Technoblade uses a fucking Blue Yeti. You know Technoblade had one monitor until last month? So yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't super matter, but it is somewhat important. And Alpha Gaming, that's your guy. And that's it. That's all I got for you. That is all the tips I have. That's my entire spiel. So let's do this one more time. Let's do a poll. How many of you want to be streamers? Knowing everything you do now, do you still want to do it? Knowing that 6.9 million people will be at it, and your chance of making it is about 0.66%. All right, well, seems like you guys have stuck to your guns a little bit. maybe lost a few percent of you. But if you want to do it, the other last final words I have for you, just start. If you don't start, you'll never get there. So you gotta start. Hopefully you wrote down that start date. Get to it. The moment that day hits, do not stall. Good luck.
All right. Well, that was pretty good. Thank you, Ludwig. Let's just blow you up right there. Put me there. Grab this. Do a little bit of that. And boom. Bing, boom. Bop, boom. So, incidentally, I didn't even know that. I didn't even plan to watch this video. It completely caught me by surprise. I had already planned to talk about my goals. What? Sorry, I can hear myself. It's distracting me. Anyways. Like I said, yeah, this video is just like, don't start streaming before watching this. You know, like, if you watch this video, and I'll put a link in the description, but he talks about like what it takes to be a streamer, all of his little tips, and they're actually kind of big tips. It's really, really incredible just to hear Ludwig talk and just how well he goes through telling the story and, you know, everything that he has to say. I'd say like 99% of it is absolutely gold. But the point is that I just want to give like a small little baseline is what to expect in this channel, you know, and all the things that, you know, I deal with outside of the stream and, you know, what to expect in the future. So I'm gonna first just start off talking about the content. The content I really want to follow is just whatever the casual, you know, interest is of the day. Some baseline stuff is like first-person shooter games like COD, Warzone. I used to be a Battlefield player, and 2042 is pretty good. I just haven't been streaming it much. I want to talk about like mental illness and how anxiety and depression prevent us from achieving our goals and really, really, you know, bring us down, and how incredibly hard it is to manage. I'll go into this a little bit more, but I have dealt with it over like the last 15 years of my life. When I noticed things were just kind of slow in my mind, and you know, I wasn't responding as quickly as others were, and others were progressing faster than me. All that has to do with anxiety and depression. But yeah, I'd like to talk about stuff like that. I want to be a motivation for others because of that knowledge that I have, and I feel like I am on a upturn when it comes to overcoming anxiety and depression and becoming a more active and high functioning individual. When I see people as all equals, and the only thing that changes that is how they grow up, and the experiences that they have dictate how they perceive the world and also themselves. So, you know, just really, really, really want this stream to be like a big inspiration to help those who may be struggling with depression. You know, give them a place where they can relax and know that somebody who has been on their level and in some form, and you know, that we can probably, you know, hold each other up in that regard. And other days, like, you're going to notice that I'm just really, really tired. You know, like sometimes you'll see one eye is smaller than the other, and that's just because I'm not paying attention, and you know, my body's tired. I've been doing a lot. Sometimes I'll be talking slow. Sometimes I just won't be playing as well as y'all expect, or even for that matter, as I expect. But you know, like, it's just important to me that, you know, others feel that they're not alone in this kind of regard. I felt alone for a long, long, long time. And it wasn't until I started dating my wife that, you know, I started feeling better, you know, and I really started to see myself as a more meaningful individual, and that I had something to offer the world. And that's the way I see everybody, you know, like everybody has that ability, regardless of what you've done in your life, whether it be good or bad. I think everybody's got that opportunity to change, even if they are pretty horrendous. You know, I believe in that. So yeah, talking about, I've covered games. Oh, okay. So other games that I will play. I'll play Among Us. I'll play Fall Guys. I'll play Dead by Daylight. I really, really don't like horror games, but it still is important to me in some regard. I don't know why I play them. I think they're absolutely awful, and I've dealt with traumatizing images in my past and things like that. That I looked at when I was too young. And I felt like that also stunted my growth and development. But like that's just stuff that we'll just cover later on. But anyways, there is so much I want to share with y'all. Things that I've felt are really, really important that that isn't really all that explained to us very well, whether it be understanding the meaning of school, relationships, how we are and how we assimilate into society and how we should be treating one another. There are so many ideologies that I want to share and potentially put that content out there that hasn't been covered before. What else? Some things that I absolutely love beyond playing video games and socializing, which socializing I didn't used to like because I used to have such bad anxiety that I wouldn't want to talk to anybody because one, I didn't know how to do the introduction and I didn't know how to say goodbye. So just the whole idea of like speaking to people, even people that I wanted to date, was just a total just shitstorm. Like couldn't think straight, couldn't carry a conversation, yada yada yada. I digress, but I'll show you some photos of me, maybe in the future, but where I just don't have it together, and it's very, very, very obvious. Even right now, I probably still, it looks like I don't have it together, but I definitely feel different from where I was. So I mean, I think I'm peaking here. At least I'm definitely on a roll. What else do I want to say? Oh. Outside of video games, I get distracted easily, so y'all are gonna notice that. Just keep me in check sometimes if I forget where I ended up. So content. I love cars. I love automotive journalism. I think cars are a huge thrill. I'm very, very mechanically inclined. I love doing stuff with my hands, fixing things that are broken. That is probably the one thing that I really appreciate from being poor, is that it motivated me to build skills within myself that would, one, keep me out of trouble, and two, were so fulfilling and absolutely necessary for my existence on this planet. I wouldn't be here without the mechanisms in my mind about putting things together and feeling a great deal of satisfaction at the end of that long, arduous, and most of the time very, very frustrating journey. I like organization, but I fail miserably at it. Like, I have anxiety when things are dirty, and I would say that I wouldn't say dirty, just messy or disorganized. I'm not a filthy person. Like, I don't take silverware out of a garbage can, or like if something has like crumbs or dirt all over it, I'm not going to eat it, kind of a thing. I believe in cleanliness and basic levels of like self-care and cleanliness, essentially. So but yeah, no, we'll cover a lot of automotive content. I'll make lots of videos. I've got great ideas for cars that I want to work on and build. I want my stream to be a staple of, if I built it, I earned it. If I had to purchase it brand new, I've got this, this like thing in the back of my head that says like, do you really need something so expensive? Like, what do you really get out of this besides, looking conceited or, you know, like you have a lot of money or, you know, you're just showing off kind of a thing. Because I am very, very, very aware of those who don't have what I have. And quite honestly, I don't have a lot right now, but I know for sure that I live in a whole different world compared to the rest of the world. Like, I've got 2 computers, I've got 1.5 cars, I've got half of a motorcycle. You know, like also like automotive, I like bikes too. I've got a motorcycle that I'm trying to rebuild, but because money's kind of tight right now, I'm kind of just putting that project off. I've been putting it off for a while actually, you know. But it's gotten to the point where, you know, like I can do more. I'm more high functioning. You know, I've got more energy to spend on the projects that I love. And also spending time with my wife. I also want to travel a little bit. You know, I want to go out and see the world in its grand and beautiful manner. You know, in order to distract from all of the really, really heinous and antisocial behaviors that the world tries to impose on our lives. You know, and create that zen in my life that will help me decompress and function and, you know, be able to be a more and better me, which we can't do if we're constantly being bombarded with all of these hostile and negative ideas, you know. So I really don't want to cover politics. That is kind of a rat's nest. You know, they're both are just rats in the way I feel. There's not enough progress, and, you know, things stagnate, and people only know how to make progress by sensationalizing horrible situations and benefiting from them in a kind of manipulative kind of a way. You know, I know there is no news like bad news, but, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't progress the overall idea of society, you know, just picking one side, if that makes any sense. You know, like you gotta be really objective and, you know, kind of just take what you hear with a grain of salt and let that kind of just formulate, you know, a motivation to go seek out more facts about the situations that everybody are really arguing about. So, you know, it is what it is when it comes to ideologies and social behaviors, but, you know, just instilling good, helpful, and meaningful ideas that will lift up others when it seems that they're not progressing in the way that they should be, or they may contemplate ideas that are harmful to themselves. That is really, really, really what I want to focus, and just help others achieve who they know they should be. Not necessarily what they should be, but some ideas to what they think they should be, whether it be successful, whether it be rich, you know, and, you know, realize what is really, really most important. Just a little hint. One thing that's most important is that you live a fulfilling life, and whatever it is you think that is, you know, whether it be making loads of money, a lot of people would disagree with you on that, but including me, but whether it be having a large art collection, whether it be having a lot of homes, whether it be starting a really successful business, all that jazz, you know, that's what I want, is to help you instill a sense of belief in yourself that you can become whatever you want to be. I firmly, firmly, firmly believe that is the foundation of all successful people, is that you can be what you want. It's just, the catch is, you got to put in 60 hours a week. You got to put in a huge amount of time to where you don't get to relax as much as you would like, you know, and, you know, just talk about stuff like that. I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. I'm really, really, really excited about the car stuff. I love cars. Like, there is a car right here. I want to show you. It's not a very new car, but it's a I forgot what the car is. Koenigsegg. I forget what the CCXR is, but anyways, it's a hypercar. It's worth about $2 million. But it is a car above itself. It's completely carbon fiber in every sort of aspect. It is a very, very, very nice car. It can do well over 200 miles an hour. If you've ever seen Need for Speed, there's 3 of them in that movie. Go watch it. I think it's great for the automotive videography that is in there. There's a lot of really, really good chases and things like that. The story's kind of crap, but overall, I like it for the cars. If you're big into cars, you're going to love being on this channel because we're going to talk a lot about it. But yeah, if it's one thing I'll close with is that, we all deal with our challenges, and sometimes we don't recognize that we hurt people and that we need to be mindful of those around us and, offer our best selves in every single aspect of what we do in order to perpetuate that in others. If we're not showing the best and giving our best, others aren't going to do that either. I really just want the world to be a symbiotic, place of, getting along in every respect, regardless of religion, sex, or gender, I guess, or species. Regardless of religion, gender, nationality, race, any of it. There's truly a utopia to be had on this earth, at least until it ends. That I definitely want to encourage. Positivity, but also recognizing and letting people vent is also important. You got to get that stuff out of your heart and your mind, so that you can grasp onto new ideas and you can fill your head. Because if you got a bunch of bad ideas in your head, man, it's really, really hard to put other happy thoughts in there, or thoughts that are useful or productive for your own success, if that makes sense. So, anyways, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I love to fix anything I can get my hands on. I believe in recycling. If something doesn't function, there's pretty high chance of me trying to figure out how to make it function again. Like really anything. Like I had a pair of 15-year-old Turtle Beach headphones that I took apart, resoldered everything back together, and put it back together, and I used it for another year until they broke again. So I mean, it's stuff like that. I'll fix anything. So hopefully, I put together some good content. I am always open to, telling me what I did wrong. I can't grow without that. So leave that in the comment section below. Sarcasm is also really, really great. Leave a sarcastic comment. I'll laugh. Pretty good chance I'm a pretty easy laugh. If you tell a dad joke or a pretty cheesy joke, I'm probably gonna laugh at it, but it has to be good, mind you. It's got to be like a direct play on word kind of a thing. So I'm gonna leave it there. Enjoy. Oh, actually no, I'm gonna add this in, but personal health is also very important to me. After I got married, I started getting lazy. Talk about, social nuances. This is not one of them. Yeah, after you get married, you kind of start relaxing and you don't work out as much. So, I definitely want to cover fitness and, taking care of yourself. And the most important thing, and this is the one thing that has helped me the most, if you are healthy, physically in a, you don't have cancer or you're not constantly dealing with, chronic pain, and things like that, but you're always tired and you don't feel like you can achieve your goals or the things that you want to achieve in your life, then focus on your diet. If you're not eating, if you're eating the same things, like, and it's a small amount of things that you eat, you're going to be denying yourself huge amounts of nutrients, and it's going to affect your social, sexual, and mental health, all of it. Okay, if that is one thing that I would tell you just to start right off the bat with dealing with mental health, focus on your diet. Write down, if you can't remember what you've been eating, write it down and just have a log of some kind. Honestly, I don't think it's very hard, but if you're having a hard time just remembering things, focus on your diet. There are, and we can talk about this later, but in my research is that there are 12 amino acids, and these are nutrients that go into your gut and that help process and create the sugars and the nutrients your body needs, especially your brain function and your thought process and your verbal skills and being able to think about ideas and being able to express them. If you're not eating enough, and I don't mean like quantity, I'm talking about enough nutrients, whether it be a wide variety of foods, okay, whether it be vegetables to beans to meats, even sugar waters like sodas and apple juices and things like that. If you're not eating a wide variety and you're not keeping track, you will have social disorders, you will have anxieties, you will have bouts of fighting tiredness, which can lead to depression, and that can be chronic. It is so important that you eat a wide variety of foods, and we'll talk about that later on. The one thing I've used and that has helped me the most, okay, is I eat a all-purpose amino acid supplement. And now that is just a supplement, okay? It's not a substitute for food, but it helps along the process. It kind of gives you that kind of caffeine hit that you need to get through the day. This provides that. It helps break down the food in a very efficient manner. So that's my little take on mental health and dealing with physical health, and the right amount of nutrients that you actually eat. If you got any questions about what I'm saying, or if any of this doesn't make sense, just tell me I'm an idiot down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. If you're not subscribed, just take a second, go ahead and subscribe for me so that so that we can all benefit from the love in which you share for this channel. If I don't know. That's it. Take care, y'all. If there's anything that you want to talk about, or if anything you want to do, I'm open to it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye. Is this it? 5:25. All right. That was pretty good. Thank you, Ludwig. Hey, viewer. What's going on? So this is my goal, my 6-month goal. Okay, they say you peak at 30. Life lives on after high school, especially if you're young and you think high school is the most important thing. Believe me, it'll go by quickly, and you will regret worrying so much about it. It feels like the world in the moment, but in reality, it's just not all that. It's not all that, you know. What's more important is that, you know, you're on a path that you think is fulfilling, and that you see the falls and the low points in your life, and then you're recovering out of them. That's really all that matters. So I am 6 months away from my 30th birthday in November. I will be turning 30. Yay. Kind of worried about it, honestly. But, you know, I want to make that phrase, you peak at 30, to be something that is true. And even so, even if you don't peak at 30, you can always peak in your life. Regardless of your age, there's always something that you can use to fulfill that empty space and where you're lacking in any point in your life. I just know that youth is a really, really good opportunity to get yourself ahead so that life is more comfortable when you're older. So I definitely want to take advantage of that, and I want this 6 months to sexy, something that I said back in my 20s. That is so weird to think about. Oh man, I'm still in my 20s, but I am almost out of my 20s. So I have the motivation over the next 6 months to slim up. I'm currently about 186 pounds. 6'1" on a good day, 6'6", or excuse me, 6 foot any other day of the week. A lot of people say I look taller, but you know, I'm just gonna keep my head small and just think like, okay, I'm 6'1" on a good day, on a good day. Like if I wake up, or like if I got to have sex the night before, like 6'1" every single time. I'm going to be going to the gym once every 2 days. Okay. And I'm going to not really like kill myself, in that respect. I also play ultimate frisbee, where I run around on like ultimate field on soccer fields, and, I throw discs and things like that. If I go out and if I play golf, if I go to the batting cage for baseball batting, and if I do something like that, I'll count that as a gym day. But yeah, I just want to be more active, and I want to slim down back to my 30-inch waist that I had 4 years ago. Over these 4 years, I've grown out to a 32, and I would like to bench 180 pounds, and I'd like to be able to squat at least 300 pounds. Doubling your weight is good for... it's pretty good for, a squat. And then, honestly, I'd like to be able to bench my weight, at least like 180. But benching your weight is a little bit harder for me. I've never really grown muscle really well. I'm starting to take these amino acids, and in the back of my head, I think I'm getting stronger because of it, because I've added this supplement. But, I'll do more research, and I'll share with you what I find. I really, really want to be in peak physical condition by the time I turn 30. And that repetition should translate, to me continuing that behavior for the rest of my life, hopefully. I find the most fulfilling things are the things that are the best for you. When you can recognize that is the best thing for me, and achieving that is a feeling that I can't really describe nor be able to understand, even at its simplest form. But that's not really the point. Anyways, yeah, I'll be checking in with y'all. I'll do probably a monthly update, and I'll give you weight, size. Maybe I'll do measurements. I'll get a tape measure, and like we can measure, and just kind of just hold me accountable, and we'll see the progress and be able to measure if there's any progress made. But yeah, that's really what I want to do. 6 months is sexy, and get to that peak, really cut kind of body that is seen as really desirable, in society. I want that to be a staple of achieving your goals, and standing out above the crowd, and like people being able to recognize that even though you may have limited amounts of money, and that you feel tired all the time, that you can still become something greater than what you felt you were. And sometimes I can feel like nothing. So I'm starting off really small, y'all. I've got, I was able to get into a home, luckily. That was a really, really hard endeavor. I make less than $40,000 a year, and for that to be a reality is absolutely, absolutely incredible that I get to be a part of that. Me and my wife combined make a little bit over $50,000 a year. So, yeah, it's been a very, very fulfilling life, and a very, very, very difficult one. There's been a lot of low points. Honestly, like dealing with a depression. If you have more I don't want to wake up days than you have I'm ready for the day, and I want to take it on. If you can count like how many good days that you can remember where you felt good and you woke up and you felt refreshed, I'd say that there's a pretty good chance that you're feeling a little bit of depression, and you're not functioning. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just tired in the morning. No, like you don't eat. You sleep in as long as you can at the very, very last second. If you're malnourishing yourself, if you're not cleaning yourself, like taking showers, grooming yourself in the right ways, you don't have to necessarily go to the gym. That's more of a personal choice. But like if you are sleeping a lot, and you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not keeping your stuff organized in a way that you can find it, and you have a really, really poor memory, you're probably dealing with depression in some respect. So, I definitely want to, inspire a more healthy behavior that I want to instill in others, and that is just self-care and self-love first off, because if you don't love or take care of yourself, there's no way you're going to be able to help anybody around you, especially if you care about them. And you will certainly not add to their life. You will more than certain take from others, and you'll be a drag on their life. And that especially goes with your family members too. You got to take care of your family. They've taken care of you all your life, dealt with all your crap, and still, want you over, and still want to hang out with you, and still want the world for you. So recognizing that is really, really important. So that's all I got for you. That's the 6 months is sexy. Look for my updates. I want to do it once a month. Maybe I'll do it once a week, or once every 2 weeks. How about that? Once every 2 weeks. If I can get my motorcycle running, that'll be a nice flex for me. That'll make me want to go ride it, and I'll ride it right to the gym. But I've got a few plans on how to get that motorcycle running. I just need to set aside $30 in order to be able to get the cleaner I need to clean up the carburetors on it. We'll talk more about that in a future video. So look out for that video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon so you get a noti for every video I post. There's not much else to say. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you later. I'm recording for YouTube videos, so I apologize if this is weird. Kales, are you watching? Oh. Oh, yeah. See, like, this is kind of the stuff I was talking about. There's supposed to be an AMG badge there. This isn't AMG. That's not AMG. Are they gonna put in an... Are they gonna do all the mods to it to make it AMG? Are they gonna take out that engine? I feel like that's a little disingenuous in my opinion, but you know. It's chilling all like. Is he gonna put AMG engine in? Put the 6.3 naturally aspirated V8 in? Is that what he's gonna do? He's just rebuilding the suspension. That's all he's doing. It's not even an AMG caliper. You know, that's a basic caliper. I don't understand. Okay. He's just rebuilding the car, that's fine. I just don't understand AMG. Does he pull the engine? Bumper. Front end teardown. It's not an AMG car. I'm so confused. Like, really, really confused. Oh, you can't even see it. Whoops. Yeah, look at this. Like, he's working on this car, man. He's calling it an AMG build. It's not an AMG build, though. I love this this body style though. I want to see 63 AMG for sure. I've seen a few on Copart that I want to build. I'll probably pay like $12,000 for it though. That's the downside. Maybe put 10,000 in parts to it. Yeah, but all this is great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I like the video. I just really doubt that this is going to be.
Farewell, expensive fitness gear. I can't afford you.
Don't give up the things you love. State Farm has raised.
I like the music. Music goes well, really well. Like, I'm gonna have a shop at my house. We're gonna put in a 2-car garage. I've already thought about and probably within a year, maybe 6 months, that we're gonna put together a home equity loan, take out some equity in order to pay for the garage. So we're gonna have lifts, you know, and we're gonna do all kinds of crazy stuff in there. I'm so excited. Yeah, this guy isn't doing AMG. He's not putting a 6.3 liter V8 in this thing. I like how he fixed that hood though. You know, he just didn't go out and buy another one. Dude, having a frame machine, that'd be so nice. Yeah, he's got the AMG bumper. Looks good. Real good. Yeah, they're not doing what I think. I like Tavares. I haven't watched much of his videos in a while, though. Whoa.
It's pretty thick. I mean, like, that's
not good.
I mean, it's not awful, Tavares, but you know.
Jack was busy off camera doing this. He removed all the paint, and boy howdy was it bad. So I thought we could just put a skim of Bondo or filler or just do a little metal work, and Jack said no, because Jack is a professional. And what can we actually do with these doors now?
We could probably just hang them on the wall as art.
Art.
Yeah.
You're gonna hang doors on the wall as art.
That's what they're good for now.
So, I am not going to hang the doors on the wall as art, but it does give me a very good segue into our sponsor, AT.
There.
Across the door quite a bit in this area, so.
So the quarter panel is something that I didn't want to go into too much, but I feel like we have to make this a quality repair, because let's say we fix the doors, and that's all good. The quarter panel is still going to be garbage.
Yo,
who knows how much filler
he got an ex-wife special or a girlfriend special, dude. Like, it's called that because the owner of the car got abused in some sort of way, whether or not he deserved it or not. You know, I don't know, but you know, somebody trashed the car. You know. They dinged it up. They did something crazy to it.
It's not showing signs of being good. It's going to be something probably where we take it back and it's got holes like the doors maybe.
People looking at this, they're going to go, this isn't that bad. I've seen way worse. It's not even dented that poorly. We're going to actually show you how bad it is. So you got a straight edge?
I got it. Let me grab that real quick.
All right.
So this is the worst part of the door here, which is not that bad. But if you look at how it sticks in right here, it actually comes out and then goes, you have a gap here. So So what the door is doing is it's coming in across the door really wide, so that when it sits flat. But if I do this, you can see that's how much movement I have from where the door is in the center. They do have a slight bow to them, but not that bad. Definitely not that bad, especially right here. It would be more towards the center of the door where you would have that little bit of
You see, that's a low point.
kind of curve.
Okay, that's a low point. They're called low points and high points when you're dealing with PDR. Paintless dent removal. Yeah, dude.
You can almost stick a finger in there.
That's a
What the other
dent.
body
Somebody
shop
smashed
did
that.
Is they made holes in here and then they pulled it out, which you can do with aluminum, but you have to do something after this, and that is weld the holes shut. And did they do that?
No, so when we started tearing the car down, I was like, man, I can see something that looks kind of funny in here. So we got out the borescope, and I put the borescope behind the window, and I see something called wormholes, which is where when you have body filler squeezing through holes, it looks like worms poking out of the hole.
Okay, so let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, and also fold space-time so you can...
Holes in there too.
See those little nuggets right there? That's Bondo. That's filler that's just made its way into the inside of the door, and it hasn't been sealed or anything like that. It's just hanging out in there.
Is that the correct way to do things?
Yeah, if you want to make it leave on Friday.
It's Thursday morning. Yeah. This thing has to leave by Friday, and I'm getting paid $55 for today.
It's gotta go.
It's gotta go.
Yeah, no, that's one of the laziest things that you can do, and it's not a difficult repair. If they would have taken the door apart all the way and done this properly, it probably would have only taken them a few extra hours to do the right job, but they kind of just were trying to knock it out quick and get it through. But yeah, so now because of that, and then how bad the damage is across the whole door, we have to replace this door for this to be right.
And if we're replacing that door,
I don't understand why they're replacing the door. Is it because the amount of work to get the door straight? I see. You see this up here? See how the door doesn't fit right? Yeah, that's why. It's because the door doesn't fit right. That's the only way to fix it. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the whole structure of the door has been warped, and to make that true is you have to consume large amounts of hours, large amount of work hours in order to make that right. And in many ways, you'll probably never actually make it true again. So, like they said, yeah, it makes sense to replace the door.
It makes sense to not replace this door because it has just as much damage. I mean, it doesn't have the holes in the door, but it's also very
it
heavy.
has holes.
Oh,
yeah,
there's holes?
It's got some holes here. It's got some holes here.
Oh, nice.
Same thing. So.
Okay. So rear door and front door. Can you wager a guess as to how much they cost?
Probably $1,000, maybe.
$1,000 for both?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. This one is about
3,000.
1,500, and that one is 1,800.
You know how much it costs to do the car?
How much?
10 to 15.
10 to 15,000? Yeah, just 10 to 15 for everything. So this is more than $3,000 just in door skins.
Now, granted, that's a lot of metal. And the car's new enough.
This is going to be any worse. You want to find out if it's any worse?
Yeah, let's get the tools.
You got the tools?
Yeah. Guessing this has not got too much filler in that area.
How do you know? Like, what do you
like the
listen
sound, kind of more.
Yeah, I've done this.
Like the sound way more dense down here. That could be because there's like a foam or something that's holding this here, but I'm guessing that it's right around here is pretty thick. So
Yay!
let's find out.
Okay, so what tool do we have here?
I got this from Harbor Freight. It's like just a drum stripper, I guess is what they call them. And it just essentially is quick to remove Bondo and paint. So
yeah, it did a really good job with this, but can you explain to people how much dust this car had just on these two doors?
I've never seen that much dust from two doors. Like it was
tells you how much Bondo there was.
If you were to strip a whole original paint job from two doors.
The shop is still like every single one of my cars is filthy just because of these two doors and the shop. I mean, all that dust is from that.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
There was something else that we're gonna have that made a little bit of that dust.
Zero sugar, all serious.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh, it's already pretty thick.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a few mils.
It's gonna stop right about there, I'm thinking. Hey, I think we found the end.
All right, so it's only about a foot of Bondo. Okay, wonderful. You're nice and clean, dude. Hold on, let me go.
Show this. Yeah, that's pretty thick. I mean, like that's
That's not good.
Let's see if it stops up here. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just keep going.
Keep going.
We've already opened that can of worms.
In for a penny, in for a $1,000 door.
There's no going back now.
Nope.
So
You can't put this back?
I could, but
Yeah, can you put like water or something on the stuff you took off and then like put it back? Is that how Bondo works? Alright, so here's an idea. Maybe we should put on a mask.
why? Am I breathing in dust right now? Is there dust?
Not now, but maybe.
There's your holes.
There's some holes right there.
Yeah.
Right at the body line.
Yeah, they tried to pull the body line, get it to come out a little bit, and it just wasn't moving probably. So it looks like they might have used a aluminum puller, but they had the settings wrong. So when they went to pull, the keys just pulled the metal right with it. So let's keep going.
Okay, so are we done?
I think so. As far as I can tell, we've got the majority of the filler that was in this section. You can see where the primer starts having just old paint underneath it, and same thing here. You can see like slightly, like there's a little bit of glazing putty, and then primer, and yeah. So I think we have most of it. Maybe a 7. It's not. Maybe even 7 is kind of pushing it, but I'd say 6. I'd give it a 6.
This arch was all pulled, and you guys can't feel it at home, but it's ridges like this. It's just like wherever they pulled it, and then to mask that, they just put a ton of filler on.
Filler on it.
A mile away.
A little above. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Seems like it's...
So that hasn't been touched.
Yeah, it seems like that's okay. Like that might be solid. So it's just pretty much this section through here. So they bounced in that section. So they went around this one piece right here.
So what do you think happened to this car? Because it hit there, underneath the bumper, and then went bam, 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 bam.
Something minor, like minor. But it was so... Usually when you get hit by a car, it's going to be pretty bad all the way down the side. You're going to get a lot more damage than this. This looks like they hit something maybe in their garage even, and just dragged it down the side. So
yeah, okay.
That's possibly what it was.
Okay, that sounds fine. Or maybe hit another stationary car in the garage.
Yeah, that could have been a stationary car, for sure. Definitely. If it was moving, I think it would have caused a lot more damage.
Okay. All right, so not the worst thing in the world, but not the best thing if you panel gap. There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, someone's been there before.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're pretty tight. Every gap on Mercedes is pretty even all the way from front to back, you know, top to bottom. They line up really, really well. German cars tend to line up really well.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of lining up well, this front end also is missing.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to...
Hold on.
What's she saying?
No, I didn't say.
I'm gonna say that's probably really good.
It's very thin.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad right there. I'm suspecting what happened is it hit right here, and this part was repaired, and then it kind of missed and then caught back up here again. So I'm gonna do a quick little thing here just to see if I see anything there.
There we go.
Oh gosh. So yeah, it looks like it's probably got a skim coat all the way down it then. At least it's not as thick as this. Probably the reason why it's not as thick is because they could get a dolly or something behind there and do a little bit of hammer work. But
okay.
Yeah, might as well keep going and see what else we got.
Moral of the story is if you find one of these cars, or any car that is way cheaper than it should be, it's for a reason, right?
Absolutely.
And you could drive this car around like it was and pretend like nothing was wrong, but then it looks like garbage. It just looks like poo. So if you want it done right, oh, this is down to the metal. How does it look?
As good as the rest of the car.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this used to be all one color, and now it's not anymore. This is scary. Also, what if we just made this bare aluminum, like this whole car bare aluminum, and we could brush it, and it could look like a DeLorean, dude.
Yeah,
dude, why don't we do that?
That would be cool.
Can you tell people why that wouldn't be cool? Because there are some people that say, oh, just leave it like that or clear coat it. So tell them why you can't do that.
It does take a long time for this metal to corrode. It doesn't rust like steel, but it corrodes and gets like oxidized. You get white, like powdery substance on it, and it just will fail over time. So even if you try to clear coat over it, it's going to have an issue. The metal is treated when you see those brushed metals and the way that they look. Like the DeLorean, so it's treated so that it's not going to corrode.
Well, the DeLorean is also stainless steel, not aluminum.
Yeah, that's true.
Right here, we see that you said that there's a little bit of a split right there.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it's got a split in it.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't grind it out, but this is like super thick right here on the edge, which is kind of concerning. But region right here, and which is really weird because if you feel across, actually this did have some body filler like right up into this section right here. But it was like right through here where it barely had any. But if you feel across it, it's not that bad to need that much body filler. Think about what it and chew
around 8. The big doors.
No, what is the deal with air fryers? Like, have we gotten to the point where we've run out of things to fry? You know what I mean? Like now we're frying air.
What's the deal with air fryers? Members save big on Gourmet and
It's
more
so
during
stupid.
Walmart Plus weekend.
Hey, Fridge, did you know Auto Trader lets me shop for cars by monthly payment? So I know what I'll pay before I...
Yeah, I know.
Some brand new parts from Mercedes. That's like a fortune cookie. It's like a cookie just to make sure it was aluminum doors. Is that they don't weigh nothing?
Yeah, look at that.
So with the straight edge, yeah.
That's like perfectly level. Little bit of space right there, not much. That body line actually has a slight, radius to it, which is good. That's where it's supposed to be. Same thing here, has a little bit more of a radius. As you come down here, it gets a little deeper as it goes to this body line. Let's take a look at the other one.
Yeah.
That's a radius on the other door. That's that
one. That's a radius, and then there's extra space in here and
there. It goes all the way to here.
That's a bit. You can.
Keeps going. You can see it gets a little bigger. On the other door, it was moving. Like at that point, it was moving back and forth pretty good.
Yeah. So this is all just basically in.
Yeah. The biggest point is right here, and if you look down the side of the car, you can see right here is like really far in. Like that's a pretty big difference right there from the other door. The other door has
2 brand new doors. Is because they're already primed and ready. Yep. Is this a little? What is this?
That's just from rubbing against in the box.
Okay.
Just chips it away.
Okay. So this is already essentially ready to be painted. Just need to be scuffed, right?
Yeah. Clean it, scuff it, seal it, base coat, clear coat.
Okay. So we have this. That's what it's for yet.
That looks pretty good.
Well, it should be pretty good. It's new.
Yeah.
If it wasn't good, that would be a problem.
Right there, it's a little more flat. Doesn't move. The line is. Yeah, it's got a way across. See how it's high right there? That's where they attempted to like knock the metal out, and it's just now doing this. And if it's and you would body filler on it. As they sanded it, it was probably oil canning, which is where the metal is very weak and it just pops in and out.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, oil can.
Like an oil can.
Yeah, so when they did that right there, that probably caused so many more high spots than they could have ever taken care of. So it just made way more work and it essentially destroyed the metal.
Okay, so and those are brand new for Mercedes. There's gonna
they're gonna charge double because they're gonna say, oh well, I need to repair what they did, which that was what would have to happen here. You see all these holes would have to be repaired. You still have damage here. You still got damage in the other areas. But what's going to end up happening is they're going to say, well, because of that, I have to do corrective repair, which costs more. It always costs more when you got to get it done twice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is very true.
I would say $10,000.
It's a good thing I hired you.
I'm cheap.
Okay, so I have some ordering in front of me, and then we have some body work to go. I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on in this Mercedes. It did take a while to get those doors, and it's probably going to take a little while to get that fender. So as soon as I get that fender, and as soon as we get that body work done, and yes, we both will be doing some of the body work. We're going to get this over to the paint shop, and then we're going to do something with the wheels and maybe with the whole motif of the car, and it's going to be looking very, very good. But until next time, this is me reminding you guys that on cars like these that are cheaper than they should have been, and now I know why, you guys should always build them better, and to do that, you should wrench every day. Thanks for watching.
This is clean line work.
God.
All right, Leslie, pop off. All right.
This is gonna go terrible.
Mia, you should do it.
Mia, you do it, bro.
Yeah. Mia, you've applied these before. I've never done this in my life.
That's why you should try it out.
But this is gonna be on his neck for months.
Months? Can we do my arm? Can we just do my arm, guys?
Tell him.
I'm gonna do my arm. I can just wear a hoodie over it if it goes bad. Wait. Does it actually last months? Hold on. Okay. I'm googling it.
It's not months.
How
3 days.
long?
It's like 4 days.
Let's see what Google says. Last 2 weeks.
That's if you don't shower.
Okay, so it lasts 2 weeks on Leslie. That's pretty long, isn't
You
it?
didn't catch it on your. Wait, I don't get it. Oh, because of the shower.
Leslie showers.
Thank you.
Yeah, shampoo, body wash.
No, I have body wash now. But I am running low on shampoo, which proves that I shower.
That's so rude. That is so rude.
She smells good. Yeah, that looks cool.
Oh, but we're going to EDC.
Hold on, let me Google one more thing. How'd you know?
Oh man.
He said it's going.
Let's go. Okay.
That's my ghost.
Oh my god.
Where's the last one? Elbow?
In the smoke.
Oh,
Let's go.
what?
Yeah, my time.
Oh God.
Diffuse
Okay.
bomb, diffuse
That just
bomb,
happened.
diffuse the bomb.
Um,
You really
all
did
right,
that, Ray.
diffuse.
That's kind of messed
Wait,
up.
did what?
Sakura, you're dead.
Actually, I think you're the one who's. I'm just.
Okay, we have to win this. We have to win this. We have to win this.
Wait, I'm joking.
I love it, Sakura. I love it.
Jesus. Go crazy.
What the heck is going on?
You want me to try
Okay, well, what do you mean try that?
I'm actually down to try this one.
Enter the first code.
Jesus. Whoever bot lane is, I hope it's not. Wait, is Wendy bot lane?
No, Wendy's normally
Wendy
mid,
No,
is,
it's
right?
me.
Oh, okay, okay. We have a chance then, Ryan. Well, Wendy's really good, right? Well, no, Jody's good too, but I mean, like, we have a chance to win. I just mean, oh God, I mean,
Saikuna.
It's not getting better. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. Would you like a shovel while you're at it? You're digging yourself really big.
Jesus,
They're insane.
they are.
Oh
Insane, yeah.
God, I'm just gonna get rolled.
Isn't that what always happens? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Saikuna?
He's so savage.
It was a joke.
No, it's not a joke if it's true. First
Okay,
of all.
it's sort of not a
Alright, everyone come showers. Everyone come showers now.
Right. Oh, Leslie, are you? Leslie, is it Thursday, Leslie?
What does that mean? The tournament?
No, that was a joke. Nothing. Go showers, everyone.
Wait,
Showers, everyone. I was joking, Leslie. I was joking.
Be nice to Leslie. Oh,
Guys, I was joking.
she doesn't deserve that.
No, guys, I was joking. No, guys, I was joking. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be funny. Guys, come on. Jesus.
You're a liar.
I've actually never seen Tina like this confident and good at a game before. It's kind of impressive. Oh wait, was I unmuted? Oh God. No, it's a good thing. I'm proud of you, Tina. I'm proud of you. Except I'm getting destroyed. Like, Jesus, we definitely should.
Not all of us can just send it down Mount Chiliad and you know, come away unscathed, you know. Some of us can spend 4 hours going down Mount Chiliad and be stranded there multiple times, waiting hours
Well,
for EMS to pick us up.
I mean, here's what I can tell you about this. Though, you know, if someone were to spend that long, and I was in a different world, I could be farming points on their channel. You know what I mean? In a different world, by betting that they're gonna wipe out all the time.
Shut the
In a
fuck up.
different world,
Shut
though.
the fuck up. I fucking hate you, you know.
Jesus.
I shouldn't have gone to reactor alone. My mom called me and I got distracted.
Your mom called you at 4:23 in the morning. Okay, his mom called him at 4:23 in the morning. Yup. He's dead now. He's dead. He's dead.
His mom isn't yet. Yeah. Wait.
Oh.
I
Oh man, I had a line ready. I had a line ready and everything. I was gonna say you'll have plenty of time to talk to your mom when you're dead, but. I was.
Saikuna, if I catch one more of your stray bullets, I swear to be gone.
How long did this take you?
Saikuna's so funny.
Oh, yeah, looks great.
4 hours.
Just a tree.
What do you mean? Wait, you're
What?
being sarcastic. I can tell.
What? No, it looks great. Good job, Ray.
Do all this grass, I mean the glass.
It's just a tree with some glass
took a long
around it.
time. And also, it took 5 minutes or 5 whole people to help.
It took you all day and 5 people?
Are you undermining your hard work?
No, it's great. Is there like a hidden section or Jesus? We're passing this guy, guys. This is bad. This is actually perfect land. No chance that was perfect. This game's bugged. I mean, I'm sponsored. This is, yeah, the game knows exactly what I'm doing because that was definitely a clean landing. Yeah, thanks again for the sponsor. Jesus.
Okay, I'll tell you guys why this armor is so special.
Okay.
It's because you can infinitely breathe underwater and you're immune to fire entirely.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you giving it to Lily?
What do you mean why?
She barely explores. Ow! All she does is pick flowers. All she does is pick flowers and swim on the floor. What do you mean? You're gonna give her better than diamond armor so she can pick flowers and have dead bodies? She doesn't even go adventuring. Toxic. Guys, it's true. Why would you give her the fireproof, waterproof, better than diamond armor if all she does is pick flowers? Jesus.
Oh god. She said really dude. And then he'll try and rob Polito to announce his big return and then get ignored. And then he'll try and rob Polito to announce his big return and then get ignored.
That's so funny.
Jesus, just delete some games.
I literally.
Alright, give her like another 2 hours on Dark Souls, dying to the same boss, and then she'll
That's
uninstall.
toxic. You're toxic. You're actually toxic.
What?
That's messed up.
2 more hours to the same boss,
Toxic.
she'll uninstall it, have enough storage space.
You're actually toxic.
True.
I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this.
Jesus.
Leon's never gonna play with us.
I'd still play with you guys. I love being in pain. What the heck? What the hell?
Wendy abandoned us
She
earlier
did
to
ditch
play
us.
Valorant.
She did
Yeah.
ditch us. She did
Earlier
ditch.
she was like, guys, I'm tired, I gotta go. And then she immediately joined another call to play Valorant.
Why are
And
you
it was the
calling
call
her
right
out? You're
above
calling
us.
her out.
It was the call right
You're
above
calling
us.
her out.
She joined the call right above us. Jesus.
You destroyed Ludwig. Like
Yeah,
15
apparently.
times in a row.
Didn't win a single round today.
He didn't win a sink. He wasn't even close.
Well, that last one was close. If I didn't,
Oh,
we were
yeah, the
both in
last
the
one,
same
the last
exact spot. That was actually crazy how that.
You guys could probably find a different subject to talk about.
Oh,
for-
hey, Lud.
Oh, Ludwig.
Okay. Surely any other discussion besides just.
Before I forget, guys, we do have to do a shout out for NordVPN again. You guys have probably heard it. If you haven't, they're a VPN, 5,100 plus servers in 60 countries. Okay, this is not. I mean, wasn't it 5,200 earlier? Did I remember wrong? I could have sworn it used to be 5,000. I think they lost servers. Hold on. Wait. Did they didn't lose servers, did they? That's impossible. It says 5,100 now on their website. Used to be 5,000. Yeah, they lost servers. But they're still a great VPN, guys. Use code Sykuno for 73% off. NordVPN, they have 5,100 servers now. They used to have 5,200. I might get, can I redo that? I think I might have to redo that. Jesus. What is eXee even doing, guys? He's watching cat videos? What's this guy doing? He's watching somebody wash a dog. This guy spams me to wake up at, guy actually spams me to wake up at like 12, and then he watches dog videos while we all wait. This guy's watching a dog get washed. Jesus. I bought my 100 gifted. I needed that for food.
Gifted. Oh no. How will number 28 ever survive?
What?
How will number 28 ever survive?
What? Well, I don't have sponsors every week, you know, I'm just saying.
Wow, you're saying it like it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, I'm just, you were saying 28 like a bad thing.
No, I didn't do like a bad thing.
Jesus. I need to buy some of this or something. Hey Ray, what level are you?
1.
Okay. Hey Aria, what level are you? Well, what level are you?
0.
0? Oh, sounds about right. Okay. What do you mean?
Let's go check out Sykunis.
Well, how am I mad
He
at
should
you?
be live.
What do you mean sounds about right?
Jesus, this is the one where we just build up. I'll be honest, I thought Lily would be amazing at this game.
Okay.
I mean, she is. She is. I didn't say she wasn't. She is.
Messed up.
That's not messed up. Well, I've seen Lily play Tetris. She's like a god at it. Jesus. Yeah. Tina, she's making the big bucks from sponsors. Big streamer for not fun.
For not fun, I love that.
I don't know. I gotta say the opposite. Jesus.
Well, what's another easy, convenient snack? Are Yvonne?
Are you serious? Are you
Yvonne?
Are you serious?
Oh.
You gotta eat something other than frozen burritos.
Oh.
You know?
Well, what's another easy, convenient snack? Are Yvonne?
Are you serious? Are you
Well,
serious?
okay, look. Okay, I didn't.
All right, look, guys. I like the subtle.
Burritos.
Oh.
You gotta eat something other than frozen burritos.
Oh.
You know?
Well, what's another easy, convenient snack? Are Yvonne?
Are you serious? Are you
Well,
serious?
okay, look. Okay, I didn't.
All right, look, guys. I like the subtle things, but I mean, this is a little extra for me. I'm sure it's a fast car. He's probably gonna smoke me, but look, guys. All right, this dude's got like little strings taping a spoiler down. He's got like a thing sticking out the front of his. I think that's a turbo or something like that. This thing looks like it's ready to shovel snow. All right. I'm just. Oh no, I hate this one so bad.
Looks like he's
So
ready
I
to shovel
actually was
snow.
raised as a chef for my first 17 years of life. Really? I could see that actually.
No!
Oh, thank God. Oh, look at that pristine wagyu.
Oh,
I don't want to point this out, but the one dude who said he was a chef didn't finish.
Oh.
I hate to be the. I just want to throw it out there that I thought we were gonna.
It doesn't really feel like you hate being that dude if you're repeating yourself. You're gonna feel like you enjoy.
Jesus. Right? Oh, that was funny. Wait, you chose the hammer, bro?
Yeah, I did.
He's holding the hammer backwards.
Okay. So, you wanna?
The hammer backwards.
It's 'cause he throws it. He throws it. All right. Okay.
Hammer Bro is F tier.
Okay. Well.
Let's get her. Everyone get.
He's
All right.
literally
Time
the
for
worst.
What the heck?
Should we do them? Okay, guys. You guys ever see really strange? Okay, I know Tony's busy, so he's never gonna see this. But you guys ever see like designer clothing that looks so scuffed that you can't believe it's quote unquote like fancy? He's slipped me a hoodie with holes in it. It was literally a plain looking hoodie with dozens of holes in it. It looked like a dog attacked it. And then I licked it and I was like, Tony, don't buy it, man. I know you like designer stuff, but that one just looks like a waste of money. And then Tony was like, I already bought it. It was $1,000. And I was like, you paid $1,000.
Okay, listen.
Driving, Benji also can hack. A lot of people don't know that, but he also can hack and he can drive too. So like Benji's good at he's like an all-arounder. So he's not good at shooting. I'm just kidding. Jesus.
Having a great time.
Don't worry, I'll end it soon.
You're so toxic. Please, someone win. Someone else win, please.
I thought you
Anybody
wanted
else.
to play this
Yeah, I do. But if anyone else can just win here, that would be great.
Oh. Should we really play like an upsetting Malding game when
What?
You know?
When we're PMSing? What are you trying
Well,
to say?
I didn't say that. I didn't. She said that. Really play like an upsetting Malding game when should we really play like an upsetting?
Anybody else? Yeah, I do. But if anyone else can just win here, that would be great.
Should we really play like an upsetting Malding game when
What?
You know?
When we're PMSing? What are you trying
Well,
to say?
I didn't say that. I didn't. She said that. I didn't say that.
That's what he was hinting at.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it. But I'm just saying.
Man balls out. Take your man balls out.
I'm trying to look out for you.
I can't believe
Fall
it.
Guys is a.
She uses her hard-earned skills to
No,
slap
that sounds exactly like Lily, actually. What? Wait, guys.
Does Sykkuno like
oh my
Lily?
God, that really is like. I'm just kidding. I'm just. Guys, it was a joke. It's a joke. Guys, you have to laugh or they'll think I'm serious. They'll think I'm serious.
Guy in Mendoza, so I think
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna take revenge
after
today.
yesterday, I'm thinking,
Mr. Lang is our designated shooter now, so. I'm joking,
Wait.
Raymond. I'm joking.
Yeah, you know,
Oh God,
about that.
Raymond, it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, you know, remember that phase?
Where is Saikuno? That's why. First thing.
Drop shipping with Shopify? Done right, it can help you build a successful
Yeah, like it'd be one thing if he like ran by and noticed me, but he ran up the pallet and snuck. You know, that is a good point. He ran up the pallets and snuck up on me. That was probably just good game sense. Everyone does that, you know? Common aim.
Is it a raise?
I think.
Sam? They're here.
120 raise, 120 raise on. Nice, good trade. Jack could.
One in spawn, one in their spawn. Chambers is
How
their
are they
spawn.
getting through your...
That guy is insane.
Chambers
Okay.
in their spawn.
So I shot a little bit and then he peeked,
He has
instantly
snipe.
killed. That was tough.
Chamber was waiting in spawn. I think they might be going B. Could be anywhere.
Kinda makes sense. I think. Fall Guys more than 30 for your snipe. Yes. Literally yesterday in Fall Guys, we said everyone wear blue if you're sniping, and 50 of the 60 players were in blue. And then we said, you know, there's no one wearing red. Next game, everyone wear red, and then everyone was red again. So, you know, not saying anything. You never really
They're
know.
both sides.
I do think it's a
Snowman and
little
yellow.
weird that he was climbing up this thing. I've never seen it
Chamber
do
hit
that.
Snowman Sam.
It just doesn't make much sense. You know what I mean? Usually they'll walk across and then like they'll see me maybe, but like he was climbing up a box before he started. You know? It's just a little bit sus. Okay. This, that, want some? Maybe not. Alright, can we just speed run rush the site, you think, or?
They've been stacking them.
Yeah, really. Well, we could just play like regular. Natural. There's always one guy peeking out here, so let's go up. Except this time.
There's two people shooting at
Pipes. Here. Top is dead. Walk up.
Chill out.
Okay, the blind did not do what I was hoping. Alright. It was a good
Chamber
spray,
took me
guys.
back here.
Good spray from her.
Let's evade.
Okay.
Oh shoot, one's flanking.
Oh. That was a good try, guys. Celine, are you alright? Okay. It was tough, guys. I could have aimed better, but when you fall down, you lose your accuracy.
I gotta go. I have 12 hours to prepare for games tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing, Janet.
Yep. Alright. Well, luckily we have, Phil, right? I mean, you guys have so many friends that, just... Oh, someone just went back. Well, you guys got tons... Wait, hey, can't you just call Wendy? She's like... He's not home. Why isn't Wendy home? got someone. I got someone. I got someone, and I'll tell you, she is one of the best players ever to play with. And she's joining the call right now, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom first. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys.
Wait, I'm so excited. Who could this possibly be? Let's guess. I guess that you brought in Miranda Cosgrove. Alright, who'd you guess? There's no way she doesn't play Valorant.
Where's the oh, she said 1 second. Wait, she's here.
Oh, it's Lily.
Wait, what do you mean? She's great.
I'm sorry. What was that in?
Oh. We were guessing who it was gonna be, and I thought it was Miranda Cosgrove, and Abe thought it was gonna be my mother. I think he's disappointed that you are not my mom yet. Wait, do you know who Miranda Cosgrove is?
Oh. I was telling Lily about my Detroit one.
I am sure.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
feel that.
I definitely will. Okay.
Have you guys ever seen that emo meme?
That's so fun.
The what?
Abe and my snap.
If you type, yeah, if you type Abe in their chat, it turns into a giant emo figure.
Oh.
You know what's funny, Lily? I actually got my Twitch name changed to Abe
Okay.
David.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey. Instead of Babo. Okay.
Not a problem.
We're just waiting for Lily to get on, and then we'll play probably a few more, and then we'll be good. And then I think there's a scuffed Minecraft thing tomorrow that we'll be trying to play, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. Normal Babel? I don't even know what Babel means, actually.
Yo, I love fiber optic. It uploads so fast. I just uploaded a 20-minute video in like 5 minutes.
Hair's looking fluffy. Honestly, it's what's it called? It's a little long for me. I think. It means dumb. Oh. Well, you know, Abe's not dumb, so I guess it makes sense.
You have successfully canceled your subscription to Skype.
Oh, nice. Well, who are you gonna use it? You get a free subscription to anybody else. Oh, wait, you get a free subscription. You're supposed to if you're subscribed to League or Fun.
Neptune collection.
Oh, new skins. Neptune Shorty. shorty is actually really cool. Yeah, the shorty's really cool, but I don't use the shorty very often. Yeah, it's a rectangle too, which I don't like. You know? Hey Lily, you played Detroit, right?
Yeah.
How many people died for you? Oh.
Not many, no.
Oh, dude,
Wait.
not a lot.
How many people died? No.
Yeah, I've gotten a few people killed a
I
few
know
people.
Lily's answer with plenty quantitative. No means none.
But she said not many, which would kind of imply like a low amount.
Listen
And then she
here.
said no.
Oh.
But
Means
zero
none.
is also not many.
That's true.
True.
Zero is
That
Zero
not
true.
is not many.
That is true.
So if someone was to like ask like how many girlfriends have you had, you're like not many.
Yeah, I can get away with it.
Yeah.
Technically
Say that.
zero, but not many
Oh.
is zero.
Yeah, same, not many. So, how you guys doing?
If I don't hit platinum by tomorrow, I'm going to explode.
Oh. Wait, we have a lot of platinum players, and we got,
Damn, Albert, you were on the hot screen.
You guys want me to swap accounts? I can swap accounts.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't. I don't want you to artificially
What could
inflate my
possibly
rank.
go wrong? Who
No, it's not,
else?
It's not a real hot
What
streak
kind of
streak,
name
it's
is that?
Because I'm
It's
getting
kinda
carried every
funny.
game.
By yourself.
Same.
No, I kid you not. Like, I got like 4 insane smurfs in a row in my team.
Oh, someone asked me what my tip for ranking up was, and I said the thing that worked best for me was playing with Tarek and Kaido. It's actually legit advice. It works every time. It's kind of true though, right, guys? I mean, it's not. Is it like advice that anybody can just do? Not really, but is it true though? It's kind of true. I'm silver now. I used to be bronze. Now I'm silver, so I mean, it works out. Okay. You should get Fade's haircut. Doesn't she have really? I'd have to grow my hair out more to make my hair look like hers. I think she has cool. What does her hair look like?
I played like with Tarek once, but he was very cool.
I mean, she has like silver hair, which I think is kind of cool. But I don't think I would look good with a haircut. So, I don't know. Gray or white highlights. I'm always afraid to bleach my hair because this is probably bad to say.
Why didn't you gift Valor?
But I've seen people
Mark?
bleach their hair, and the color usually looks
They
okay.
would make
That's
so much
not what
money
I'm
if they
afraid of.
like.
It's
did the same art.
I've
Yeah, I
seen it
remember
turn
gifting
very
mystery
like
skin boxes from
dry.
mystery
I don't know what to call it. Do you guys
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
it's easy money, man.
It's
They make so
it's like it turns into like a. I don't know what the right word for it
Oh,
is, but
mystery
you guys know what I
Valor
mean,
is
right?
super
And it gets like really dried up and crunchy, kind of thing. Damaged? Is it just called damaged? I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it happen before, so it's kind of.
I realized
Okay, I have a
today
crazy
I
idea.
don't center my monitor.
I have a crazy idea to move this around. But I need everybody here right now to be
coming.
ready. Okay. All right. 3 people go through, or 4 people go short. I'm gonna wall off showers, and then plant, and then you guys just like guard from the outside.
Okay, but what if you?
What if I die?
We all go short?
I'm not gonna die.
Promise?
Promise.
Nobody ever holds showers. First round, that'd be ridiculous.
What?
Charge him. Oh, what does this do? Is this bad for me? Nah, probably fine. I'm just gonna walk off. This doesn't reveal me, does it?
Yeah, triple kiss.
Ow.
What the?
What
Oh?
in the world?
What was that?
Okay, I can't get a
This
good
thing's
shot.
going
Alright.
weird. It's weird, champ.
Ah, Flake with a
Huh?
shorty!
Oh, I'm so dead, guys. Oh, eh. Oh. No, yeah, I did that on purpose. Also did that on purpose.
One was heaven. Still heaven.
I'm out of here.
Oh yeah, just TP real quick. Huh? Oh, he's here.
One's going pipes.
What an absolute
I think you
maniac.
heard him,
That's a drain.
Sykkuno.
Pipes.
I don't know what a pipe is. What's a pipe?
Hat.
This thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I got 4.
There's a eagle. There's a eagle.
Nice job, Sykkuno.
I stole your ace.
Yeah, thank God Celine told me she heard him.
What is the pipes?
Pipes is the connector thing right here.
Oh, okay.
Guys, we go absolute Giga Chad, right? We just go Vandal, heavy shields, no leer.
Alright, let's go A.
This is
Wait,
possibly a
heavy
bad
shield.
idea, but I mean, I don't see why not.
Okay, guys, Sykkuno has the big gun, so surround him.
Yeah, I have a Vandal.
Alright, we go
Heavy
short.
sheriff.
I threw it on the floor.
Give me a bomb, give me a bomb.
There it is. I'm gonna go long B and just Giga Chad Vandal kill him.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
If I die, take my
we need
gun.
to be
If
there.
I take my gun. I don't
One
have
was
leer,
close
so I'm
short.
just gonna walk in.
There's a camera.
Oh gosh, guys, your second dice thing is
Oh no, I won't die.
Oh, watch out! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh
Guys,
god, okay.
They're camping it. We gotta get this angle
I think
because we
Yoru
have
is also in
a
here.
huge advantage. All right. This is gonna be so bad if they're chilling.
Who hit that? I did.
Right?
Oh.
Last one's in hookah, right?
The last one's in hookah, I think.
Okay, he's in there. He's in there somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh wait, you got him with the shock dart.
found them.
All right. Guys, the Vandal paid off like crazy. That was clean. We got 6 kills. What kind of Cheetos do you like? Like just regular flaming hot or?
Wait, so you're
Oh,
telling me
oh, I like those because they're easier
that
to
your
chew.
pants now has Cheetos pumped on them?
Okay, here we go. Guys, we're doing great.
Poggers if you were to hit a very high rank in Valorant.
Yeah, same. It's a miracle I made it out of silver, honestly.
Oh, free gun.
Oh yeah, take my Vandal, take my Vandal. Oh. Free gun. You already have a free gun. No. Okay.
I'm out of here.
Carry this cipher like
A tough push. We got the one guy on the right, but they were all watching. We had 3 people watching showers possibly. So this is a tough thing. Oh, okay. Now you got it, mate.
130.
Oh.
Fade.
Man, they had 4 people on A. That's crazy. Oh, that was really good though.
130 on.
Puffs are the best, you think? Dismiss? I couldn't. Guys, it takes like a
Oh,
split
hot tub
second
on
to dismiss, and I died immediately. There was no chance.
Care cipher could be anywhere. Chambers, TPs, and short. Cipher, attacker.
Do it, but... oh, come on. He's got it.
He's definitely pushing you.
Oh.
You got this.
You
The
have
other
enough
guy's
time
lit.
to run
He's
to
lit.
B. You could run to B right now.
I think you just gotta kill him. You don't have enough time. Oh, he might leave thinking you won't plant. Oh, it's too late. That's okay. Honestly, there was no good way to do that.
Heard about that on the pipes.
Oh. Oh my God. Jesus. I mean, it was tough, guys. There wasn't enough time to plant, really. And if you push aggressively, like super quick, it's tough to make it.
Yeah, I think you attacked him.
Very difficult situation.
I mean, also, you just didn't have time.
showers too.
I thought that was like that on my map.
Oh, one more shower.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm dead.
Someone,
Please.
your U-Haul.
I'm hiding. I'm very low.
Man, he's better than me. Okay.
I'm blind, deaf, and decayed. Can you
I
tell
got
me
one
what you
shot,
want
but
from
I guess he was just ready for it. Okay. We still got 3. We got the plant down. We're
this
holding.
way?
Oh, you Lily.
Could be a lot worse.
Gotta break that.
Oh my.
Two shower,
One in
two
shower.
shower.
He's been detected.
But 1 TP away.
Oh, this is really good.
Molly's.
Did you activate it?
Lily, check bomb. Check bomb. Cutting.
Oh god.
You guys wait.
Teleport, teleport.
Typho, run!
Teleport. Oh, hey, they both made it. We're winning, guys. We're winning. Go back to Phantom, maybe. Okay.
This is why your people think you're rich.
Good.
Oh.
People type me.
Hey, Celine. Celine.
What is a Pico thing?
You wanna come here and take bomb? I read
As a happy pet, as a happy people.
Here, hookah push, guys.
Oh, alright.
That's screwed up.
We're just gonna charge in like an absolute maniac and we're hoping.
Here, hookah push.
It's empty, it's empty. There's a guy here. He just killed me with 2 right clicks.
That's how he always got out.
Okay. Honestly, I knew there was a guy there, so I was spraying, but he just, honestly, just landed the better shots.
I've decided to kill someone.
Okay. Nice.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh, that headshot with a Marshall. Alright.
One more heaven with a Marshall.
Ow, that actually hurt me. Jet is here.
How hungry are you?
Yeah, Jet was close to here. Oh, fuck.
Purple flank.
Yor is on me. I'm just gonna stick this.
Oh, wait.
Chambers
Dude.
long.
What? That is awkward for that guy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's gonna be so hard to make anything different happen. You could live, but imagine how cool it'd be to run out, wide swing, headshot him. He's in heaven. Not bad.
Shut the fudge!
Oh, you must have had your. Oh, she got baited by the clone.
You were so, like, discouraging, and there was no, like, support. So, like, obviously I lost.
Oh, you're right. That one's on me, my bad.
Hey, Pius, eco guns.
That one's on me.
It's safe, it's safe.
Wait, we have 3 full buys. I think it's worth it.
We do.
We have 3
We do.
I could buy 2.
And 5. Why not?
Yeah. I think we should buy. I don't mind not having
Okay,
that.
everyone refund. Everyone
Who
refund.
made the thumbnails really good? She made
How?
all
I
of
can
them.
buy. I can buy it.
I'm not buying anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys. I'm chilling. Hopefully someone dies. I keep it. Oh wait, you wanted to buy for me? I'll just take it off someone's dead body like that guy.
What second is just going for the gun?
My gun.
Nice.
My vandal. Oh, we got
Nice.
one. Pretty good.
Oh, get a wall, bro.
Good job, Lily.
There's a beam
Where are these
there.
guys?
He
No.
likes to flank a lot.
Loves to flank with his shotguns.
Okay. Watch back here. Oh.
Nice.
Oh my
Wow,
god, you
yeah,
guys
we
got
He
him.
was already ultimately over there.
This guy reminds me of somebody who also plays the same character with shotguns.
You guys associate certain people with weapons?
Yeah.
Like, I associate certain like Jasta.
Oh, but I'm a rain.
Bob with Jet.
Yeah, I see Lily as Killjoy, and then Celine is like,
A lot.
yeah, that is true. She plays a lot.
I'm alive.
Oh, I can rest.
it. He headshot me while I was jumping, and I got blinded. That was a tough one, guys. That was a tough one. The blind hit me because my shot didn't hit, and then wow, they are aggressive. Okay. Ray plays Viper. Yeah, pretty much.
Abe, come on!
What? What do you want?
Oh, your fault, clearly.
It's your fault.
I feel like the ops
Let's
not
go
so
A
good.
fast. I'm gonna ult you home.
I can
Wait,
ult,
get Jet again one day?
Shy.
We can, but I'm not the best at using Jet.
Wait, what? Oh, from
Like, guys, I'm doing way better on Reyna. Like, I'm
somebody
top
swing
fragging
here.
her. I know this is just one game.
Somebody
But
swing so
I
that
just feel more
this thing
consistent on
dies.
Reyna.
Alright, so can I go ahead and fearless I'll res you?
Okay. I think it fits my playstyle because I can easily go in, and if I get a kill and don't immediately die, I pretty much get
Cypher's on site. We got res.
I pretty much get a dismiss out. But if I just get headshot like that, then it doesn't matter too much.
We got res still.
Okay. Alt.
Oh, nice.
Watch for flanks. Okay.
One heaven.
Watch somebody receive.
Last on 7.
Oh, it's over. I mean, I don't think he's even gonna. Oh, teleported. He's just leaving. He's trying to save.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get him. Oh, I thought it was a shock turret.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
sweet.
Watch that recon. Go.
Nice recon. Landed in their military
Alright, guys.
base.
I'm gonna get a res off this round.
Yes, sir.
I
Alright,
swear.
let's do the same thing. I rush short A, and you just res me, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I think.
we have limited quantity available.
We
Well,
only have
guys,
like
you
six
know,
guys.
I don't want to be weird, but I am top fragging.
Who do you like the most?
I'm gonna ult.
Well, Albert, I'm top. Shouldn't the top frag? Albert, if I die, you res me. You res me. Oh God! Oh my God! That's a real person. That was a real person.
Nice.
Get him.
Does so much damage to me, dude.
I said I'm gonna ult.
Road. Albert, if I die, you res me, right? You res me.
Yep, I res you. Top of the box! On showers.
Who's that? Right here?
Take it to fight fearlessly, because if you die, I will res you.
Oh yeah. I have absolute faith that you will res me.
Check CT second. Yeah, that's most likely where they're gonna come from.
Okay.
You keep on running, just fill and zoom in. You got this. Take a deep breath. Oh God. Do you have ADHD?
Nice.
He won't sit still.
He's.
I saved your life, Lily.
No, you didn't.
Wait, I thought
saved
you
your life.
wanted
You
me
were
to jiggle. I
actually
thought you
about
wanted
to
me to
die. Say
jiggle.
thank you.
What
Say it.
does he mean? Guys, I thought I'm supposed to jiggle.
I think most streamers have ADHD.
Honestly,
What?
it's definitely
What do
possible.
you think Lily
It
has
did
it? No way.
52 damage to me.
Okay.
You should see what Sykkuno did when I told him to hold the angle. Actually, I can imitate it. So watch me.
Okay,
This is
yeah, I'm
Sykkuno
watching.
holding an angle.
Okay, I wasn't looking around. I was looking at the angle, like. All right. And you know, I held it. No one got through that angle. Just saying.
Marshall in the towers. Alright, Sykkuno will res you if you die.
Alright, perfect.
I'm mauling you. One more! Holy crap. Heaven one.
There's no way I died.
In the air!
Hello, anybody? Nobody.
Nice.
Oh,
In the
we
air.
got him.
That is the best calm ever. In
bad.
the air. In
Guys,
the
we're
air.
destroying this game. I feel like we're
I
winning
love
pretty
it when
hard.
my teammates call him in the air.
Wait, I didn't tell you.
That really is the most accurate comp.
Actually, her feet were on the ground when I saw her, so.
Just look up, bro.
Just look up. Just look up.
Lily, you're doing great as a comp.
I hate you. God.
All right, Albert, you still got that rest for me, right? I'll just go in.
Nice things and she doesn't like it.
You're gonna rest me if I die, right?
Sniff that out.
It is sincere, actually.
They've gotten off heaven. Off heaven.
Cypher's
It's bad. It's bad.
Let's go B.
He's the little juicer. I'm killing him.
Let's go B. Let's go B.
avenged him. Oh.
One shower.
I'm gonna be honest, my own orb blocked my vision, guys. My own orb made it so I couldn't see the guy, and then that was it. So we still got 2 kills. That's pretty good. But yeah, that was just awkward. Little nugget. What's happening? We still got 2. That's pretty good. Anyone not getting notifications when something goes live? You gotta hit the bell. I could be wrong, but everyone says hit the bell, so that's what we're going for. Really? All right. Okay. Guys, we're winning so hard. And we're doing great with Van.
With CT?
Yeah.
Without even tapping the block?
Because he probably heard Albert
Yes, hit the bell. I've heard a lot of YouTubers say that, but
yeah.
I don't know how it works.
I'm watching Albert's POV.
Yeah, rest with me? Alright, I'm gonna just charge in B. Wall res, wall res. Mic all right out. Not close. If I grab this and get 1 kill, I can do this.
Oh. 2 in hookah, 2 in hookah. Let's go A, let's go A, let's go A, let's go A.
Wait, we're going A.
Let's go A, let's go A, let's go A.
Oh, I was stuck in there. That was tough. There's a guy on the left too, so I was kind of panicked. Well, not panicked, but I was like worried about the guy on the left.
Help.
Here we go. How come the squad command isn't working? I didn't know there was a squad command.
Oh my god, he moved! 120 on chamber.
Wait, I think they're on the bomb.
4 mild disadvantage.
What?
Oh. Guys,
120 on chamber.
what happened?
Thank you for my assist.
What happened?
Where did it go wrong? We had 3.
No, it was
We had 3 people alive, and they just defused it. Alright,
Wait,
me and
there
Lily
was
on
some
B.
peeping Tom watching me in the showers. You want me to pay attention to the bomb? That dude was like Googling me while invisible, and I'm just sitting there in the showers alone.
Stop. No one deserves to be objectified, okay?
Yeah, like, you want me to pay attention to the defuse sound?
You know, you're right. That one's on.
Honestly, guys, we have double their score. What are they gonna do? Come back? Huh? What? That guy's crazy. Guys, are they just better at aiming than me? I feel like I saw him, I shot, but he just got me. Yeah, they're going B. Lily, you got the grenades, right? Use them, use them. It's pretty good, honestly.
Dude, Ava! If he just stopped talking to me, I could have done it.
Oh.
No, you're right. My bad.
Wait, I was talking at the same time. Oh. No, yeah, it was Abe.
You don't have
Surely
to
it was
watch
just
the
Abe.
rest of your life.
Yeah, definitely just Abe, guys.
Info on other 2?
Oh, God. Oh, hey, that's... Take his gun. Okay.
Behind the wall? Wait, this dumbass is behind the wall. He's stuck behind my wall.
I don't...
Oh, never mind. He's right here.
He did, but he... The only weird thing is he wasn't stuck behind the... Yeah, you know... Never mind. Let's go.
You started it, so I don't know.
Alright, none of them get past me in hookah. I'm doing the cheesiest strat I've seen in the past 7 decades.
7 decades? What an obvious specific number.
Wait, what? Lily?
Two more
Many
showers.
enemies A.
One lit 50. Chamber lit 50.
Spike is A. Showers A. Someone sees us for 10.
in the world? Chamber is showers
We
with
got this. We
bomb.
got this.
Abe. Chamber is showers with spike.
Aha, we got him.
Also with showers with spike. Could be on site everywhere.
Got Judge. Get that Spectre. Great. Okay, that's pretty good. I got the Spectre. What? I only hit him twice? It looked like I hit him a lot more than twice. He's really low. He's lit. He's lit. One bullet to the head and he's dead. Nice, nice. Ooh. I felt like I hit him more than twice, but I mean, still we won. That's what matters.
I'm gonna send you a clip of what happened.
When you knife the chamber.
Yeah, you gotta see it. It was great.
Great job, Rich.
Skin of the Spectre right here.
See, there's just no
Wait,
winning with
that's
it.
so boring.
It's because you sound sarcastic to me.
I'm not
I'm going back to
sarcastic. I'm the opposite of sarcastic.
I'm
Thank you, Lily.
Let's hold the same angle.
You-
I feel like
I will
Judge
remember
and
this
Hookah is kind of busted.
I will remember this as one of the early investors. And when
They forced
I'm
up
rich,
you. So we should force up.
when I'm rich and famous, I
Yo.
will buy you 3 Vandals.
I don't want Vandals. Buy me a Tesla.
Okay,
Oh.
3 Teslas.
Wait, can I get a... Doesn't Michael already have one?
Here for all.
I want
They're outside Hookah.
Hey.
Help. Oh, I'm dead. I can't see. I can't see. That was so... I can't believe that blind got me.
What?
Almost there.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Don't worry, I'm here to trick
About the Judge. It was great, but that blind got us. It was bad. But it happens, guys. I mean, it's still a really good hold overall. That was really good. Really bad timing for that guy.
One on one sand. If yet to the left of you.
Only one left. He's doing great. Wait,
Thank
guys,
God
we
you
are
invested in
winning.
that Vandal.
tonight.
I didn't fire a single shot from it.
Okay, now I get a Tesla when you're rich.
Let me buy 3 stick tuna.
Okay. I feel like I've been doing better with the Vandal just because, so I realized the Vandal spray is strangely easier to control for some reason. Is that weird? Maybe it's because it doesn't shoot very quickly, but, it seems a little easier. Phantom's probably better.
My ship was review.
Hey, I've got a Giga Brain plan called, Ults. Pop out.
Last one, watch showers, watch showers.
22. What the fuck?
What? Wait, Lily, you... Oh my god, we comboed him. Wait, the spike would have been trapped in the teleporter. It's pretty clean. Clean combo.
Listen, you
right
totally
there,
called
guys.
that triple spike. There literally was 3 swinging moves.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you get showers every time and you ego pick them every time.
These eating toms just won't stop trying to look at me in the showers.
Well, someone will come to you, right? Thanks, Celine. Okay. There we go. Alright. This is called the ego peak. Right here. And nobody's there. I think they're going A again. Oh.
Move, Ava.
Nothing over here, right? It seems like they're going A. I think, yeah, you can just go A because I have all of them. Oh, there's one guy inside your smoke. Oh, that's so... I can't believe that's what... Man, there was a guy inside that smoke. That was so bad. It was unfortunate. I should have just not shot. So basically what happened was that guy at the last second walked away and I shot anyway out of reflex. And then it gave away my position, so... Yeah, it was just really unfortunate. What's happening here?
Oh my God, you see this? He's creeping. Make sure to report him after this.
Wait, you're both in the same... Yeah, the last one's left. Oh, Lily, you could just ult.
But is it
One's
up
pushing
here?
through CT.
Wait, what? It's not
Oh, it's B.
flying here. Oh!
Okay.
Ah!
She's struggling, guys. She's struggling. You could just plant that ult and then walk in. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, you shouldn't walk in after.
Lily. Okay, let's take a critical thinking test. Lily, what was your goal with that ult?
I was really frustrated because I was stuck for a while.
Understandable. I feel like you get that frustration somehow.
Yeah, it was a purely emotional thing, not a logical thing.
I understand. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
Let's
shit.
be honest,
No,
guys.
let
It's
me-
12 to 5. One win
Don't
and
worry,
it's
I got
GG.
you.
One win and it's over, guys. It's not like we can
Lily,
lose the
can you
game.
hit her?
It's
Come
12
here
to
really
5
quick.
right now.
I got you.
In fact, I'm so confident that I'm just gonna walk out of hookah and spray someone down.
Lily,
And there's a chance I don't.
switch showers with me. They're always here. Let's take this fight. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. There, the smoke.
actually, good trade.
I don't think he's in that this time.
There's at least one more showers.
Let's go all the way around. We're going all. Hey, I got the spike. I got the spike. Sir, please die. 129, 120. That was a weird looking dash. That's all I'm gonna say. Really weird looking dash. 129.
One's
It
in
was
hookah.
it was weird. Okay.
Man, I didn't shoot
Still, we got
one
one
hookah,
and
Jet
a
pushing
half
up the
almost.
wall.
Jet is ultra lit. One shot.
Ava's
She's
ulting
dead.
for plant.
I mean, the Jet's ultra low. She's one shot away from dying. Started planting, but I feel like they have to go B.
Nice.
Oh, Spike's A. All right.
Wow, what a read.
Okay. Guys, that dash was weird looking, wasn't it? It's a pretty weird looking dash right there. Had to be.
Chamber! Shower! Spit!
Oh, he's dead.
149! Got him, Lily.
Well, Abe, you just have to live. You can't plant it. You just gotta live. It's a fake. It's a fake. I knew it. It was a fake. Nice.
Lily just
Ooh,
wanted to
that
end
was
it
a
all, and
close
she like
one.
ran herself in.
What the?
What is this?
What on earth am I reading? What is this?
He wrote an essay.
What?
Oh my God,
I mean,
19.
Lily like just wanted it all to be over. She ran into the Sobel with 10 health.
Okay, but I'm round 3 now. Woo!
Nice. I could do another. You know, I'm gonna read this. I've seen Tens play. He doesn't even use a monitor. He visualizes the map. He has biologic. Is this a meme? What is this? I mean, Tens is pretty good. The bullets that is. What is this? Guys, this is a troll. This is a meme, right?
If these guys didn't like peeping Tommy in the showers, I would have been top frag.
Lily just typed in siege.
Okay, but did you guys see the prestige settings?
Copy pasta? It's gotta be a copy pasta, right?
It's gorgeous.
Which one? Wait, which one, Lily?
The prestige linked in.
Oh, the new like summer skin.